penis.
It got just the tail end of you screaming penis into the microphone. Thank you for that. There you go. I figured it would come back. Hello, everybody. Wow. Okay, you're on some shit tonight. I don't think I've had a sentence since the Zoom call started in which I just did not get cut off by some random shit getting yelled. This is going to be a very fun game. Dick and balls. All right, here we are. Welcome in, Kieran. Apparently, shoutout commands are broken for now, so let's just use the slash shoutout for the time being, I guess. Welcome in, Zero, Harmony, Soda Pop, and Mystics. Appreciate you guys. Rad as well. Well, there are people in the wrong spots. No, they are. Look at you. Whoop. There we go. We fixed it. It's all a process here. It's been a fun, exciting day today. So a couple of fun little announcements. We have moved the world building streams ahead by about 30 minutes to an hour. So we're going to be starting at 9:30 Eastern or 10, depending on how the shift goes the night before. If I'm there till 4 in the morning, I'm going to be sleeping a little longer. Hydrate, please, and thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Harmony. We got a lot of plaid in the building today. It's a good time.
Draw attention to it.
Why? Draw attention to everything.
It's a secret. No, it's a secret little. It's a
fair enough.
Easter
Fair
egg.
enough. So, we're working our
Only
way.
the eagle-eyed viewers will know.
Oh, fair enough. We're working our way through Jade Empire. Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that. Working our way through Jade Empire on Tuesdays. Tomorrow we'll be probably banging that out tomorrow. Probably finishing in the next week or two, and I'm going to be putting out a poll over what I want the next retro or classic or older game to be. So we'll see what that is. Other than that, I got nothing going on. What the fuck are you doing, man? Elscorp, do you have anything you would like to share with the people? Any announcements? Now is the time.
I'm streaming tomorrow.
Good shit.
Go follow my Twitch.
Go follow his Twitch.
Streams.
What time are you streaming?
2 to 3 p.m. CST.
Fair.
Right after lunch.
Right after lunch. Fair. Sounds good. So go check that out. Go show some love, folks. Someone's getting barbecue pork chops in chat. Not cool. Share. Why aren't you bringing enough for everybody? We're hungry, folks. We're starving artists here. Anyway. So.
Get the dishes.
Quick recap from where we left off. We kind of glazed over this last session. We didn't really get a chance to address it. While sitting and having a conversation with goddamn Felonious Thwit in his house, you did mend the journal to which you had been carrying with you for some time, and began piecing together some threads of the story so far that had not been completely clear to you. Choosing to finish up your jobs in town and then look into what followed later. You decided to return your bounty. You were paid a fraction less than what you were expecting, or I guess you were expecting, knowing you didn't complete the job fully and to the utmost of your capabilities, but getting paid nonetheless, and electing to spend some time in town shopping, improving your armor, having some items enchanted, which I believe if you live through the following days, you'll be able to pick up back in town. Mantuka engaged in a bit of a drinking contest with Gregory and Stanislav, failing to achieve victory on both counts, bringing shame to himself, his tribe, and to Mogis. He's still.
Are we
seemingly
really
coming.
starting a session like this?
Yeah,
really
I gotta
wanna
rile you up.
see-
I gotta rile you up. This is what's in your mind, dude. You're going into a fight and you're like, I need to win because I've been losing a lot lately. Been taking some L's. I turned into a porcupine. I punched my way through a hurricane. Yeah, you guys decided to leave, heading westward along the road towards Maiden's Rest. We kind of abridged the travel there, moving through it quite quickly with just a few basic checks. Eventually getting to where we are now, where Gregory, weary from several days of travel, kind of began to take his job as the official lookout of the group a little less seriously, and eventually just opted to settle in the most hospitable place he could find. However, upon some closer investigations, it was discovered that there was an entrance to a rather large cave somewhere around. If I miss any redeems, just let me know, by the way, guys, if you see them, in terms of that shit.
Yeah, I'll be on it.
We have inspiration now as well. You can give a player of your choosing some inspirations, but you gotta say an inspirational quote to do so. That's the condition. Yeah, so you investigated a little further, found this cave entrance with a suspiciously placed boulder on a ledge kind of up to the left side of it as you're facing it. Hellscorp electing to investigate, or Mr. Maker electing to investigate, climbed up the cliffside, and quickly realize that this boulder, in some way, shape, or form, was designed to be moved or placed in front of this door, sealing the entrance. Not wanting to risk potentially having something come out or being caught inside, they began to try and work this stone off the edge. Mr. Maker using his keen intellect and a well-placed lever in the shape of a rather large branch, or log, I guess, in that case, managed to get the stone tumbling over, but in doing so began to cause quite a ruckus outside the whatever, or the den of whatever was living in here. Sorry, dry throat. Realizing that whatever was in there was beginning to stir, you quickly push the boulder the rest of the way, causing it to slam down with a just thunderous sound in front of this cavern entrance. You waited for a moment in silence, hoping everything was okay. And as you waited, you heard, coming from behind the great boulder, the sound of large, hulking, massive footsteps coming. And then with a thunderous sound, the boulder split in half as two massive cyclopes came pouring out of the cavern entrance, smashing the boulder to pieces, sending it sprawling out in several directions, the two of them immediately emerging, weapons drawn and ready, seemingly having been agitated by someone disturbing the entrance to their den. This is where we left off. I believe everyone's rolled initiative except for Mantuka, if you want to go ahead and do that. What's up, buddy?
I would just like to let you know that the wonderful people out there granted me advantage.
They did grant you an advantage. All right,
Yes.
so Mantuka's got advantage on his next roll, or roll of his choosing within the session, I guess.
All right,
Problem with that is
so you
they
want me
don't
to
stack.
roll?
So if someone gives you another
Yeah,
advantage,
no, 100%.
you lose it.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you,
Could use
Kieran,
it
for
on
the
this
gifted sub,
initiative
buddy.
roll.
Well, I've got advantage, so 15. Yeah, that's cool. 15. I'll go with it.
15's good. Okay.
We are
I'll
all
allow
before
it.
both of them.
You didn't
Excellent.
click your mini first. It's fine. 15. Yep.
Oh, shoot. Do I need to click my mini?
If you click
When
your
you do
mini
that,
and
it
then
puts it through
roll, it
automatically
puts it
onto
in
you.
the thing automatically. So
Oh.
descending order. So Gregory, as this happens, these cyclops are come emerging from this cavern, the stone being blown to pieces, the great clubs in their hand. It looks like that one's holding an axe. I assure you, it is a great club. They come kind of pounding out towards you. A combination of anger and fear in their singular eyes, I guess. And just kind of talking to each other in a language you don't fully understand. The bigger of the two being the male, kind of giving what sounds like some kind of orders or some kind of commanding tone. And you start the combat orders. They're all staring at you and readying to attack your party. What would you all like to do?
Oh God, this is a lot all at once. And he just kind of, you see, he kind of like steals himself, slaps himself twice, and he goes into the box and he says, "I've been waiting for this moment." And he's gonna pull out this little guy, just gonna pop right on out.
All right, that thing's
Little clown
terrifying.
guy,
Little clown. So
Brand
little
new.
clown. Is that wings on the hat?
little wings on the hat.
Okay.
He's holding a little tuning fork,
Okay.
and you just start hearing very faint, like music box music, ding 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 ding. And I'm gonna cast lightning bolt.
Jesus. Okay. So as this creepy little clown begins coming out, and you hear these notes begin to emanate, the tuning fork begins to vibrate, and as it does, a massive streak of lightning just comes out of it towards.
And I'm gonna cast it at level 5.
At the blue, I'm guessing.
That both of them. I'm gonna do it in a
Ah.
line.
It hits everything in its line.
Okay.
So they're both gonna be making a
Dexterity
stealth
saving throws.
save.
Pew pew!
That's a 4 and a natural 20. So the one in the back succeeds. The one in front takes most of the hit. And as you watch, he kind of like moves himself in the way, trying to take as much of the hit as he can, protecting the one behind him. So she manages to avoid the bulk of the attack.
You're gonna do the damage for me. Yep. So beauty. 33 to the one that didn't, and 15, 16-ish to the one that did. 16, 17.
We round up, so it would be
17.
17. Yep. Ouch.
Dodgy.
Nice.
Ouch. I should probably hit the run encounter button. Eh.
Oh, that was a 4th level.
Oh, damn, dude. Okay, so 33 to the first one, and we said 17 to the second one. Okay, like I said, as the one in front kind of absorbs most of the and he kind of puts a hand down and readies himself and now stares at you with... I'm going to say roll me a free insight check real quick for me here.
Oh, dear.
Thank you for the light, Harmony. Appreciate it.
I think it's being slow as hell. Oh, fun.
Oh, nice.
20 for a total. Its stance changes slightly as you cast this massive lightning bolt and hurl it at it and seemingly its mate, who he's trying quite hard to protect. And his stance changes from like an aggressive kind of posture to almost a state of reverence. And you look into its eye, and you see bewilderment. Where before there was simply a need to defend itself, now it is seemingly bewildered or not quite entranced, but very enthralled by this casting of very powerful magic.
You look at Greg and he's got the same bewildered face, but he's looking up at the clown. He's just, Dad always said I wasn't ready to use that. I see now why. Okay. He shoves it back in the box and kind of just takes a step back.
Okay, fair. He kind of leans back over and just very briefly kind of grunts something under his breath to his mate. They're still standing defensively at this point, but they're not readily advancing anymore. That will be it for your turn. Mr. Mate, you see all this happening. What would you like to do?
Okay. How far away is the one that's closest to me?
You're about, I think we said you were about 15, 20 feet up last session, if memory serves.
Yeah,
Was it 10? Yeah, it was about 15, 20 feet up, and...
But I mean, strictly vertically or horizontally.
Probably only like 15 feet or so.
15
It's
feet?
technically, its space starts where that blue circle is, and you have one diagonal between you plus the height difference. So I'm not going to sit here and do the whole Pythagorean theorem for you. I'm going to say it's about 15 feet or so, maybe 10. It's not
All
far.
right.
You're very
If
close.
If it's 10 feet, and this may be the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life.
Fair. I like that, though. We like stupid here. This is a good D&D stream for stupid things.
Debatable.
But I wanna
Debatable.
I'm sorry,
I wanna
Mantuka.
remove my double-bladed scimitar, crack it down the middle.
You're going to break it?
No, I'm not gonna break it.
You're going
It
to
comes
detach it.
apart.
I know.
That's what it-
You're going to detach it. Okay. So you're dual-wielding what is effectively short swords now.
I want to hold it like this. I want to make a jump for this Cyclops' back
Okay.
and attempt to stab it in and hang on.
Okay. So you need...
Yeehaw!
That's technically an attack with each hand, so you're gonna need to make 2 attack rolls for that. And
Okay.
if you hit, we're gonna have you roll an athletics check to try and hold on.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Let me roll those.
Or maybe next turn I'll have him have to get you off. We'll see how the attacks land. Okay. Ouchie.
That first one didn't do so well.
The first
The
one.
second one was a 21. Or
Are you attacking with advantage?
You said
or
roll
no?
2 attacks.
Okay, so the 21's the first, which is your right hand. The 11 would be your left.
No.
Okay, so shit. As you jump, you kind of swing one through the air and stab downward, getting kind of right into the shoulder blade. It is still kind of like half facing you, so you kind of come in at the side and try to loop around onto the back, and you manage to get one blade in. As you kind of try to jam the other, you kind of hit the leather harness that it has strapped over its back on the buckle, and you do not manage to find purchase with that one. And I'm gonna say you're kind of just hanging there by one hand at this point. I'm gonna say roll me a at that point I'm gonna say dexterity saving throw to try and stop your momentum from carrying you completely off of his body, where you're only
Fair enough.
affixed by 1 point.
Oh, you said saving throw, but
It's still
it
natural
went
1.
bad. Yeah, it still went bad, but
Okay. So you do not manage to hold on, unfortunately, without having like 2 points kind of hold you on there. You just have the 1. You more or less drag the sword down across his back and land back over here.
I still do want to do Flash of Genius on that saving throw, though.
To an
If a
11?
10 makes any different. Or
No, it was
11 makes any
it was
difference.
unfortunately a little higher than that anyway. But you
Figured.
now are over.
Is
on-
he within 10 feet when
That
this
side.
occurs?
I would be. fairly
Yeah,
close.
yeah, technically.
Okay, then add +4 to that.
So you hit a
That
15,
saving throw.
right on the
I hit a
money.
15.
That was exactly what you
Yeah.
needed to not just fly off. I said it quite
Let's go.
high. Because you jumped from 20 feet and we're just kind of sliding. So you do manage to hold on.
Aura of protection, bro. Let's go.
I guess
Fantastic.
we're gonna put you on this space for right now, and you're just kind of hanging on this Cyclops'
Sure.
back. Unfortunately, you're only holding on by one sword.
That's fine.
So he will, when he tries to pull you off, you're gonna be at disadvantage versus his straight
Sure.
roll. But
Would I be able to do an extra attack to hit him with the other one? Because it's a bonus attack to attack with my other sword.
when it's
So,
in,
since I
yeah,
have an
technically,
extra action
yeah,
for
technically,
attack,
yeah, go ahead.
I want to try to.
You just don't
sink
get to
it
add
into
your
the other one.
modifier to the
Yeah,
damage.
you don't get to
if
add
you
your
hit.
modifier to the offhanded attack.
That's fine.
Yep.
So just swing with it.
Yeah, go for it. Also, you need to roll damage for the 21.
Oh goddamn.
Okay, so you hit
That
again.
one hits.
What was the damage for the first one, real quick, by the way?
Let me do that. I rolled damage for both of them.
Damn. Okay, so now that you're kind of hanging there, you just quickly kind of like swing your weight up, and on your backswing, you just jam the other one right into his back. A total of 19 damage. He's taken some hits already. And now that he's actively being attacked again, the reverence begins to fade. He's still looking at Gregory with an almost like, still a reverence in his face, but now he is actively dealing with a threat that is hanging onto his back by two swords
Yeah.
and kind of just
Dug in
there,
like
yeah.
Kratos style on it.
that's rough.
Baby Gregory.
He's not happy about that, and he's already kind of like shifting, trying to like work a hand around to get you off. He's gonna have to try to do that. Keep in mind, if he pulls you off, you are in danger of being thrown.
Yeah, that's fine.
This thing guy
This
can
was
eat a
worth
boulder.
it. This
Okay.
was fucking worth
As
it.
long as you think it was worth it. This could go really well or really bad for you. Anyway, that being your turn, you also have to drag unnamed intern onto the map as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And he has a turn on your turn. I have disadvantage
He's
on
probably
my next
down
roll.
somewhere
Thank you,
with us,
Kieran.
right?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah,
he
he
would be
would.
down
I don't
very
know if he
near.
has the ability to climb a cliff. He probably does, but not well.
Not very quickly.
Not very quickly at all, and it was completely unnecessary.
Okay. Does he do anything on your turn, or is he
Yes,
just?
he does.
Okay. What is he gonna do?
He's gonna smack his foot.
Yeah, bop him in the
gonna
foot.
Bop him
Give
in
him,
the
give
foot.
him the flat palm to the foot. I love it. Okay,
Mhm.
send it. Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Sorry, I gotta pull.
Give him the
open
rock'em sock'em robot.
It's not even.
Open his-
It's just an extendo flat fist. It's like a shoulda had. He's shoulda having a
That's kind of
V8
what rock'em
person.
sock'em robots do.
He's giving people the V8 smack, dude. Should have had V8.
But it had V8.
Unfortunately, it's a
Wait,
2.
it's not.
And
That
that was
because I rolled a
damage. You
D8.
rolled his damage, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled the wrong thing. Let's see. Use your spell attack modifier to hit.
Yep.
So that would
He
be
should have
plus
a-
9. Nice.
Jesus. He should have
Yes.
a stat block for you.
Yeah, I do. I was looking at it right then.
Fair enough.
Right then.
So that would be 2 plus 9.
What was the roll to hit?
Yeah, you only roll damage.
Wait, did it not go through?
You didn't. You
No.
only rolled damage.
Oh,
exclusively.
I read the 2. Why is this not working?
God damage.
Why is it? All right, I'm just gonna roll it in here.
Sure. So an 11 plus 9 to hit is 20.
Yeah, 19.
And then you hit
Yeah,
for,
20.
and then yeah, roll your dad 2 plus 9 as well. So
Sure.
okay. It's your character. You tell me, dude.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You legit have one job. Know your shit.
I did know my shit.
Pulling this up
Look.
right now. I'm pulling up your character sheet.
I think it's
Pop
my
the steel defender stat
proficiency
block
bonus.
in the.
Hey, still you have
Yeah.
the. There you go. That's the way to do it. God damn, dude.
Wolverine.
It'd be like that
That's it.
sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes.
You're literally right back.
You'd literally be right back. Fair enough.
Right, are those like pixie sticks, or are those like... Describe what you're eating while we're waiting.
Pocky cookie.
That's Pocky.
Pocket cookies?
He's got Pocky.
Pocky cookies.
Got the
Oh, okay,
Pocky.
not pocket cookies.
Pocky. I guess they are kind of pocket cookies. Put it in a pocket.
Any cookie-like substance you can put in your pocket, I would define as a pocket cookie.
That does sound like a pocket cookie. Okay. Steel Defender.
Ah.
Force empowered rend. Is a D8 plus proficiency bonus. So your
Okay,
D8
so it'd
plus
be-
4. Does it
Yeah.
go up to 4 when you guys leveled
Should
up?
be 6.
Yeah, there you go. So 6 points of damage to his foot. As UI kind of just walks up and goes, you hear the hydraulics expand, and
Little piston.
the Cyclops
come out.
barely flinches as this shiny metal creature hits its foot. He kind of looks down and then goes back to like the threat on his back and the person in front of him currently shooting lightning at him and his spouse. Mantuka, it's your turn.
There's only one socially acceptable thing to say in a situation like this. Rage!
Bonus action, rage.
We're raging.
I've never heard
Okay.
that voice before.
That's
Fair
right.
enough.
And
Fair enough.
Mantuka's kind of take a slash out, kind of like a test of water. So he's still got his 10 foot. He's got his halberd out. So he's got the 10-foot reach. He's kind of taking a.
Yeah, you get the feel
yeah.
you're probably still in their reach at that point, but yeah, give her. Go ahead and
No,
make those attack
100%,
rolls.
But I'm just giving.
Yeah,
I'm
give
just
him a
giving
little,
myself-
you're giving him some prods. I get you. I
Feeling
get you.
him out. Feeling
I
him
get
out.
you.
As I slash forward with one attack.
Go for it. Come on, big rolls, 19 hits.
19 to hit.
100%.
Outstanding.
Their
Let
AC's
me
only
just roll
14. That's
some
AC
sensual
14 is
damage.
higher than I thought they would have.
12 plus 3, so that's 15 slashing damage. And
Okay.
he's and after I kind of like wet my halberd a bit, I kind of feel him out again and make a second slashing strike going the opposite direction.
Okay, so as you lunge forward, you kind of stick him in the torso and then just quickly draw it out, realizing you made contact, and kind of step in for an axe swing across the chest.
Yeah.
Hell's you're tiny.
And same thing, so
Okay.
19,
Oh,
so that's a
no.
hit. So
I hit
I'm
the
gonna
wrong
roll
one.
some damage, and he's gonna enjoy it.
The two
Or it, or
19s,
whatever
two
that-
19s in a row. This the one leading the group is clearly male.
I'm gonna
you
no,
see
that's
some
not-
dangly
I-
bits hanging out the loincloth.
6, so that's 9 more in slashing damage.
Okay. He's already starting to take some hits. He's not quite bloodied yet, but like he is, you can tell between the lightning and the ferocity with which he is currently being attacked, this Cyclops is very taken aback. He kind of recoils under the strength of your blows as your halberd just slices, or your glaive at this point, slices across his stomach, kind of leaving a large, deep wound, and a little crimson begins to flow out. Damn, dude.
Yeah, don't
Praise
scare us.
Mogis!
Don't scare us by breaking out of your door, bro. We just closed your door. It was safer.
You scared them? Maybe. All right, that's going to be your turn. Stanislav, you're up. You're watching all of this
Sounds like a them
unfold
problem.
around you. The party hasn't taken any hits yet. Chaos is beginning to ensue.
I'm hanging off the back of one of them.
Can I have an Akesh mini? Of some sort?
Sure.
Because I would like to.
Oh yeah,
do
where are
some-
all your guys' horses? Because you were all dismounted at this point.
Akesh is probably somewhere
They're
back
still
here.
farther up.
How far is my question?
Probably about right
Because
there.
this is where you were going to camp. So I need a definitive answer on where you put your horses.
Akesh is right.
I would put mine up here.
Here.
'Cause I wanted it out of a main camp.
This block.
Because you don't want fucking
Okay.
horse shit everywhere on you.
I don't need a seahorse. I need a
Keep
horse.
for yourself.
I'll take a seahorse.
I don't. Why would you get a seahorse? That doesn't make sense, dude.
I cast Find Steed.
Okay, so
he
there's,
has-
for
'cause he
a
has good eyes.
seahorse.
there's not a
Maybe
golden
Gregory would take a
horse, so you're
seahorse.
gonna have a
Or
gray.
a merman.
It's fine.
I have a very plain gray horse who's just a little compressed right now.
Oh, damn, he's thick. Okay, there we go.
That's a little. He's a fucking thick ass
That
horse. Okay, so that's
that
a catch.
horse looks like the fucking Adventure Time horse.
It
What's that
does.
body type?
I
What
don't
is
know.
That fucking body
I don't know.
type?
You blame Roll20 for that. We had what was it?
Ah!
Was it 3 horses total?
Nay.
And a cash.
Cash. Did you all?
'Cause I had
Because
one.
Gregory was riding on someone's. Mantuka
I
had
was
his
with,
own
And
horse.
Gregory was riding
Yeah.
Akesh.
So we have 3 horses total. I'm gonna put a dot. One gets a gold dot. That's a cash. There you go. You got your horse.
Aw, that's the one.
Are
I
you able
wanted.
to give him control? Give me control of him?
I can probably at a certain point. It
Okay,
seems
yeah, no
like
worries.
a
Then
lot
I'll just
of
tell you
effort
what he
for
wants to do.
Go ahead.
Where I said my
Okay.
horse was, and you put my
So,
horse all the way up there, too.
First thing first. By the way, can you give me your ruling on how we work in combat? Because like it says we work as a seamless unit and we have like an instinctual bond. Like it literally says that word for word.
Link the spell in chat.
Doing it. It's kind of in the middle. Your steed serves you as a mount.
Yeah, the part where you're bonded is only the bit where when you cast a spell that targets yourself, you can make it target the steed. It still has its own turn, I believe.
Okay.
After your turn, right?
Okay.
Because like it has a certain amount of feet, and like you've been combining its movement with your movement, which is if you're acting on one turn, you would not be able to do. So I'm acting it as he has his own turn right after yours, or during or before yours, basically.
Can I have him go before me?
Yeah, absolutely. No worries
Okay,
at
cool.
all.
So he's gonna come charging through and take a hoof attack at the rear one.
Hoof it.
So he's gonna like work around the side to here and try
Okay.
and bot
This is going to be difficult.
the back one.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Here
He
is
is
the
still in
roll.
the range. Go ahead and roll the attack. He's gonna have to clomp by all of you guys, but it's not really a big issue.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Hoof him.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a
So
lot
the
of damage.
horse begins clomping forward, and well, it rolled there. You rolled a 5 and a 4 plus 4.
So that's
So
18 plus
9,
20,
18
so
plus
22.
4. So 22 points of damage to the
My
one in
God.
the back. As
Now-
Nikesh just kind of gallops forward, runs, makes an attack, and clomps down with the hooves on basically the calf of the female Cyclops there. Damn.
Now, are these
It-
Cyclops immune to prone?
Is there a size? What's the ruling
Nope,
on the
there's no
size for it?
specification for the trampling charge.
I'm gonna say it's a huge creature. I don't think they can be trampled by a horse. I don't feel like that is accurate. So I'm gonna say
I mean,
it's gonna be a
fair.
contested roll against it, but I'm not gonna have the Cyclops
really-
be auto-knocked prone by it.
No, it's a DC 14 strength save. It's a really low DC.
Oh,
strength save.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoop. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so
Like as it kind of raises forward, clomps the two hooves down, it takes a knee real quick and then immediately stands up and just under its breath like starts muttering something in a language you don't understand to the other one, and then raises its great club, getting ready to strike. And now it is your turn.
Mhm.
Your horse has moved.
So I'm gonna move down here. Is this flanking with my horse with the red one?
Yeah, I'd say more or less at that point.
I can move down one more space if you want me to.
Sure, yeah.
You can
I'd say
mouth
one
the cave.
at this point, like you're on an opposing side. I'm gonna say advantage for sure. They're huge.
Okay.
They're big. They have a 15-foot base.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Still looks like I'm still within the range of the blue guys, so don't think I'll take an attack. I'm gonna cast haste on myself.
You're gonna cast haste. Use your action to cast haste. Okay.
Time.
Cool. Yeah, you're 10 feet, so you're still in his attack range. So didn't take an attack of opportunity leaving his range, which is nice.
Yep, that was the plan.
Yeah.
And then I'm
I
going
get
to use
that.
my haste action to make a single attack.
A single attack. Go ahead.
Yes. With advantage.
Gotta love the haste.
hmm
I love when it wears off, though.
28. Let's go.
It does definitely hit on that one. Go ahead and roll your damage.
13.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pump a
Pump it.
first level divine smite into this. So
First level divine smite into this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that just 1d8?
But it's 2d8.
Okay, so
Mantuka knows.
11 more points of radiant damage.
44 total points of damage.
Wow.
Oof. Okay, so they're starting to
Radiant
take
damage
some
for
hits at this
days.
point. You guys came here with a purpose. You came seeking violence, and they are starting to take some beatings. They're still looking good. These look hardier than your average Cyclops. They're kind of like even bulkier than you would have been expecting. So it looks like they're going to put up a pretty good fight. But you guys come out pretty hard with your starter round.
This is samples number 1 and 2 for Stanislav of Cyclops. So this is a first.
Yeah, no, this is literally your first meeting them. So, Cyclops A, the male, is immediately perturbed at the person on his back, kind of digging swords into him. But at the same time, has just been stabbed twice by a giant Minotaur man, who I feel like is the bigger threat at this point. They're not very smart. They have
Rather than the one that is hanging on him.
they have -1 intelligence and -2 wisdom. It's not very. You're
I
like,
was the last threat.
yeah, he was the last threat that hit him, and he did more damage than you.
Fair enough.
So
You were a confused dragonfly.
I'm gonna have the Cyclops attacking Mantuka, at least for the first attack. Yeah, he's gonna go for both. So he's gonna just like raise the great club up and just bring it swinging down towards you, Mantuka. Great club. There's a 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, brother.
I rolled
Except for
so
the
bad.
fact
I'm at
that-
disadvantage.
You at disadvantage, brother.
That's a 23 to hit. That still hits you.
Hashtag no
Well,
idea.
And the damage was better
Wait,
on the
where'd-
second roll.
Oh, Kieran.
I got disadvantage from Kieran, unfortunately. I am going to take the first damage roll, because that was the damage roll that came up first. So you take 11. That was really bad. A 1, a 2, and a 2. That's depressing. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as this great club just pummels you in the face.
So I take half of that because I'm raging. So I take
you do take,
6.
you take, we round up, so 6, yes.
Yeah, 6. Okay, Raj.
Cool. He, seeing that his blow did not really do as much damage, as it's coming down, you kind of raise your pike or your glaive in the way and kind of absorb the attack a little, kind of taking a knee down and shove it up. The club does manage to impact you and kind of buckle underneath that, but you absorb most of the impact. He is angry, and he's going to take another swing at you now, because you've pissed him off. That's a 13. He rolled so bad.
13. That legit doesn't hit me.
Okay, so this time as the club's kind of coming down, you've grown wise to it, and you just step out of the way and kind of like put a foot up on it for a second, and he has to like wrestle it out from under your grip, manages to lift it back up. He is currently now being harried with a creature on his back. He's dealing with a giant person in front of him. He seems quite frustrated. He's beginning to like stomp his foot in frustration. Doesn't seem to notice the little wizard anymore.
Realizes that his foot is hurting because he's got a
He got bitch. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the toe is hurt. Now he realized, he's like, oh shit.
He started stomping.
Yeah.
Ingrown nail.
Yeah, he got I gave him an ingrown toenail. I love it. Okay. So next up is going to be the
ingrown
female
toenail.
one who is immediately faced with a golden shiny pony. A golden shiny pony. Oh, I forgot to
Who
have
is
you
in
roll.
full shiny mode right
I forgot to have you roll a strength save to see if you went prone from that first attack, Mantuka. Remind me on the following turns. I'm not going to retcon it because I
Did
don't
you
like
take
doing
half
it.
damage
No,
on the
bro,
first
I
attack too
roll
because
right
you're
now.
raging?
I get double. Don't worry,
That
I'll
would
roll
give
right
him
now.
advantage on his next strike, so he had a chance to hit you on the next one.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you the option because I fucked that up.
Shit.
This is my new.
14.
Okay, you're still good. The 14 is what
Alright.
you need.
Yeah, Space Hamster, what's up?
Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's good for now. I think it's.
All right, because if not,
Yeah,
I was
Mantuka,
gonna
did
use.
you take half
14
damage on
earlier.
that first hit?
I did. I took half damage, rounded up,
Right.
so I took 7 damage. Or sorry, 6 damage.
I'm gonna say yeah, the 14 does it because I homebrewed the ability, so I'm gonna give a nice 14 on that. Anyway, the female is gonna go, and as this golden horse has critically struck its leg, and it's just a big shiny target, it sees the golden man behind it, who hit it, or hit her, surprisingly hard, but is still pretty focused on the horse that is currently harrying it from the front, and is going to take its first great club attack at Ikesh for 16 to
That
hit,
hits.
for 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Poof!
So
Out of existence.
basically does like a big underhand swing where the great club kind of hits the ground next to you and then drags through the dirt towards Ikesh and hits him into the stomach, and he begins lifting off the ground as poof,
4.
disappears into a ball of celestial vapor. You get the feeling, had that been a real horse, it probably would have got yeeted into the ocean. Because you guys looking
Or
ar-
just turned into fine red mist.
Looking around
Jesus
you guys
Christ.
now, you all are like kind of on the precipice. You're dealing with like a 40 foot, 50 foot, 60 foot drop in some places around you to the rocky depths below. Like, it's not a great spot. Anyway, her next attack, as she kind of like sees the horse disappear, is like, is just going to come around and look at the thing that is currently on her partner's back, stabbing it, and is just going to club it.
Oh, please roll natural one. Please roll natural one.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's probably still like there's a chance it hits its spread, but it's just now trying to help. It rolled an out.
Yes, let's go!
It rolled a nat.
No
Natty
fucking
one,
way!
baby!
Please hit him directly on the head.
Oh
I love it.
god,
I'm
it's
so
gonna
happy.
hit, but like, yeah, it definitely hits. So you see the woman kind of like the female cyclops break her club up and just, thunk, and it just bonks the husband right on the head. The male cyclops kind of like looks over its shoulder like, and it just kind of like yells something angrily, and he takes 17 points of
So
bludgeoning. That
fucking
was the
funny.
best natural one. This is why
I'm
we
so
have
glad
the
I
nat
called
1
it
emotes.
too. Oh
Spam
my
the nat
God.
1 and nat 20 emotes when we get them, folks. Spam it. Wow.
Yes.
You called it too. You're like, please do your nat
Yeah.
1. Wow.
Yes.
You called it too. You're like, please do your nat
Yeah.
1. Fuck you. Okay, fuck you.
Amazing.
That will be her whole turn. She is, however, going to turn around and face you after that. She's just going to complete the turn. So, Mr. Maker, as you're kind of stabbing, you're quite like, you're trying to hold on. You're not really paying attention. I should have technically given her advantage because she's kind of flanking you. But the male centaur is not really a threat at the moment. So you're just kind of hanging on there. And all of a sudden you just see the sun, or what little bit of moonlight, I guess, because we are fighting at night. I forgot. You guys are making camp. Is kind of just blocked out for a second as this great club just passes in front of it and bonks this other cyclops on the head, and he kind of just turns over. And like as he kind of yells something to her, you smell the kind of putrid stench off its breath, just like a very unwashed, unkept mouth. That is going to be their turn, however.
Stanislav dry heaves.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty gnarly. Gregory, you're up.
All right, Greg's gonna go ahead and see all this unfold. Watch a Kesh just blow into nothing and just. He just starts running forward a little bit, not much, 5-10 feet maybe, and he's gonna do the same thing. Goes ahead and just opens the box this time. You hear the and coming out is the same, but this time he starts floating up. He's kind of like the crackling happens, and Greg just grabs the side of him, brings him down, and whispers something into his ear, and then lets him float back up. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast it in the same line.
But isn't that gonna hit Mr. Maker?
I'm an evocation wizard.
You got spell sculpting.
Spell sculpted.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. So again, the first one
That was
fails
the
his dex
whisper.
save.
I see.
Yeah, the first one fails his dex save. The second one,
Fuck.
I believe, is a success. Your DC is a 16, if memory serves.
15 for my whiz.
Okay. For your whizzies? Okay.
I'm a wizzy.
I love it. I love it.
Why did I think you were
Have a good
druid?
rest, Kieran. He
I'm
is.
both.
He's half.
Oh.
Multi-classed.
I
Yeah, that's why he has the toy box spell focus. He's a multi-classed wizard. The druid thing is completely
that Never
unrelated.
clicked.
Wow. Roll
I'm
play.
an enigma.
So the first one, again, this time seeing you step forward and begin casting. And Mr. Maker, you're kind of looking at the shoulder, seeing Gregory cast. And you're smart. You do magic. You know what this is. You're like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Oh no. As the lightning
You
just
see the
begin-
clown kind of just raise this little tuning fork, and the lightning bolt just curves over him and
Yeah.
goes right into the other one.
Yeah, it hits the main guy, and he kind of absorbs it again, taking it right to the stomach, and it coils around, almost passes over you seamlessly, avoiding you by just
I'm
a hair.
picturing like a magic Faraday cage surrounding him.
Yeah, I kind of want to I'm tempted because you are physically attached to this thing by metal. Like, even with the spell avoiding you, I'm tempted to have you have shock damage. You're literally holding 2 prongs of metal. You are completing a circuit back into this. I'm gonna let it
Magic
slide.
lightning.
I'm gonna let it slide.
Ground, and I'm not on the ground, so it wouldn't
Fuck,
go through
that's
my
good.
heart. It would go down him.
So that's a lot. 26 for that one, 30 or 13 for the other.
God, that spell's insane.
Let's burn
And
with it.
I'm just gonna.
I'm so dude. If I hadn't homebrewed these guys a little, you would have killed them in like a round and a half. Like they'd almost be dead. They would almost be dead already. So I'm glad I beefed them up quite a bit. Gregory, you watch all that happen, and like the one now is no longer looking at you with reverence. It's looking at you with fear. Just pure fear in its eyes.
A new emotion for Gregory.
You're within its range now, I'm gonna say, but we'll see what happens there. Mr. Maker, your turn. So you've watched this guy now get zapped twice. He's taken a hit, taken a beating this whole time. You're just kind of latched into his back with 2 swords, holding on for dear life. What are you gonna do?
So now what I want to do is, as I have my swords, my blades, whatever, dug into their back, I want to try to make like an internal attack, right? Like, because I'm halfway.
Just dig
dug
him
into
in and give
I
him a
wanna try to,
twist. Yeah, give him a little extra zhuzh.
that sort of
Give him
deal.
the old
Okay,
dick twist.
you know what to do.
But
Roll the 2 attacks again.
So I want to first. I'm not gonna cast. I'm gonna use my main one to do this. I'm gonna use branding smite on a green flame blade thing. Throwing both of those on this fucking roll.
How are you casting Branding Smite and Green Flame Blade in the same turn?
One's a bonus action. We talked about this because one is technically just an attack. So
Oh yeah, Green Flame Blade is a cantrip, so you can
Yeah.
do that as an action if you do a
Exactly.
bonus action spell. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Stanislav watches you do this branding smite a little bit in awe, wondering how you've learned to do that.
So the second one hits, unfortunately.
Okay.
So branding smite.
It happens on the next hit.
On the next hit. That was my question.
Yeah.
So
That's why I cast it first.
Green Flame Blade I guess it's a cantrip that just stays up. So as you kind of begin pushing your way in, you try to cast the spell, and like both your hands are tied. You use the verbal components for branding smite, and you feel it take hold, and you just can't really like lodge in any deeper with the right hand. You feel it's kind of pressed against bone at this point. But as you kind of focus that energy on the left hand, you just twist it down and carve like a C-shaped scar into the Cyclops' back, dealing a total of 9 plus, was it 3?
Well, have I rolled damage on it?
When you cast
rolled damage on it yet.
when you
On
did
the
the
green flame
branding
blade, it
smite
rolled it.
and the green flame blade, it both rolled damages for you. So just roll the
Yeah,
attack
it's fine,
damage
but
now, and we'll add
I
that
gotta
to it.
roll it.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That's not.
Thank you for the lurk, Tig. Appreciate it.
That was an accident.
I don't know why it always does. What the fuck? Okay. So 13 plus 3 plus 9.
Yep.
25. 25 total.
And
now. Holy
because-
shit.
And because it was technically an attack, I can do an extra attack on it.
You do get multi-attack. You have multi-attack,
Yeah,
and
I
then
got
you can do an offhand bonus action attack with the left hand.
But didn't you already
Caveat,
cast with the bonus
caveat,
action?
you used your bonus action to attack Green Flame Blade. So those were
That's
both
fine.
your attacks this turn. You don't get your third one.
I don't get my extra.
Nope, because it's a bonus action to do an extra attack with your offhand.
Is it?
Yep, even when your staff is attached, if you want to do the offhand side in your attack action, it's a bonus action to do so.
But I'm talking about the main blade because I got just straight up extra attack.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is
You
you
missed
can
with the 12.
either use your bonus action to activate Green Flame Blade, or you can activate it to have that third attack in this round. That's your choice. Because you get 2 attacks with your right hand, and then the left one is a bonus action to throw that in there.
Sure. So you're saying the first attack wasn't with my offhand because none of them were supposed to be with my offhand.
Unless you declare you're making it with the offhand, it's 2 with the right, and you only get 2 attacks per turn at this level.
Yeah, that's
So you get the 12 and the 18. 1 missed, 1 hit.
okay. I'm confused, but that's fine.
No, what's up? Like what's we can clarify it a
because
little more.
I should have only taken 1 attack so far.
But
Just because the branding smite and the green flame blade are modifiers.
Yeah, they add to it, but you rolled a 12 and an 18. So you made 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to. That's fair. I forgot I rolled twice by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the second attack wasn't meant to be rolled yet.
Oh, so your first one would have missed, and then I just counted your next one as hitting because you
Yeah,
used the
that's
green.
fine.
Okay,
That
so you're good. Same thing
That
happened,
works.
but your bonus action was doing the green.
I didn't realize I accidentally hit it twice.
Fair. He's looking real shitty. He's definitely bloodied at this point. There are now several carved wounds into his back. He's taken some lightning to the chest. He's not happy. And he's beginning to show some wear and tear. He's starting to act a little desperately, and he's kind of issuing orders over his shoulder to his spouse, who is kind of beginning to eye the entrance of the cave a little bit.
Too bad I'm there.
I mean, she more or less kind of zhuzh around you, but sure. And then UI has a turn as well.
UI is going to just do exactly what he did before.
Fist
Gonna
the
try to
foot. We're gonna
stab him in the foot.
We're gonna V8 the foot. Got it. Go ahead and make that attack. That is not gonna hit.
That did not do well.
That's a +9, isn't it? Because it uses your
It is a
modifier.
+9.
So it does hit.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, a
Okay.
16 does hit. You need to beat a 14. So go ahead and roll the
Nice.
damage for it, which was a D8 plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, which is
Four.
Plus 4.
4. Yeah, so 10 damage total.
It's the constant foot damage. Like it's growing to the point where it's consistent. He's just starting to look
Like,
down,
it
and he
might not
noticed
just a
spot.
Yeah,
footnote
like,
anymore.
Okay.
I gotta go. Man.
I'm out. So the toenail on the big toe of the left foot at this point has essentially been pushed inward, like it's getting slowly pushed back into the toe. Like it's pretty gnarly. Sorry, that's rough. Mantuka, you're up. It's still standing,
Okay.
and now it is looking around ferociously.
Mantuka's going to retract his halberd. He's going to trace his finger onto the blade and
Quick
find
question.
the blood. What's up?
Before we move on, technically, would whoever's in front have advantage? Because I'm flanking? Because I'm on his back?
More or less, yeah, I would say that. It's kind of up in the air because you're actively holding onto his back and trying to maintain that grip. But I'll say, yeah, you're still technically flanking.
Okay.
You're also occupying
He
the
also has
same
a blade
attack
in his
space,
shoulder.
which is not
He does
really-
have a blade.
yeah,
I
so, like-
literally am
Yeah, you're
physically
good.
attacking.
Yeah, I'll say advantage for now. It's
Just
a little
slowly
gray
ripping
area.
it open.
Slowly tearing a wound open. You also have advantage from Joe Cross on the on your next or a roll of your choosing from here on out. Mantuka,
Am I good now?
you're
Yep.
good. You're good.
Cool. Retract my
You're good.
halberd. Trace the blood off of it.
Fling the blood
Trace
into the
it
sky.
on my battle tiara.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tiara blasting.
forget
Oh
about
my
that,
god, I
As
forgot you had
I-
that.
Focus my Charles Xavier-like focus in a 120-foot line and cast Battle Tiara, Scorching Ray.
Okay, so that's 3 rays, I believe. It gives you 1 full casting of Scorching Ray per day. So that I believe that is 3 rays of fire shooting out. So you all watch as Mantuka essentially leans the halberd against his shoulder, kind of at an
And I'm
angle,
probably gonna need my
leans
advantage.
forward, leads forward and pushes really hard. And you almost see the tiara or the circlet on he's wearing now with the red gem
It's a
placed
tiara.
I'm taking
the
my
tiara,
advantage.
kind of
God damn it.
almost bending. Okay, so with the advantage, your first ray hits. I believe you get 2 more. You get 2 more attacks. Correct my memory on Scorching Ray if I'm
No,
wrong.
it's a line. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. It's a physical line. It's a 120-foot line.
Really?
And then it's 2d6 fire.
You
Is it
create
5
3.
foot?
Yeah, you create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets
yeah?
within range. You can hurl them at one target or several, unless the circlet does something else I am unfamiliar with.
Sweet.
I'm gonna double check. 1 second. Yeah, it lets you do the Scorching Ray spell. So you get 3 rays. That was your first one. Second one hits as
First-
well.
Okay, and third going back to Big Sensual Sal.
Okay, so you went 1 big guy, 1 on the back one on the big guy again. That unfortunately
Yeah.
is a miss. So you do
Sweet.
only hit 2 of your attacks.
Twice.
So you hit each of them once. I believe that's just full damage. There's no dex save or anything for that. So
It is. So it's 7 plus my rage, because that's still a thing. So 7.
It's only on
rage is only
melee
on
weapon
physical
attacks.
melee weapon attacks.
Is it melee or is it attacks? Because I just looked
melee
it up.
weapon attacks.
Okay, no rage then.
I would allow it on ranged weapon attacks too, like if you're throwing an axe. But I feel like
It has to be a
I'm
strength
throwing
based.
a ray.
you're yeeting a ray
I
from
just
your
remember
forehead.
from Elia how raging.
Yeah, no worries, but it's I keep my rage because it's still an attack.
Oh god.
buttons.
Yeah, no. So 2 of them
so
do
the
hit.
first one was 7.
He
and
takes
then
7
the
points of fire
second,
damage.
Damage will be 10. Spicy meatball damage.
Does it set them on fire too?
No, it will burn anything that is not being worn or carried, I believe, is the wording of that. 10 on the back one's a little more, though. She
Nice.
hasn't taken as...
both worn and carried.
That's fact. That's true. You're safe. It's actually a fact. You're being honest. Damn. Spitting facts. So as you kind of concentrate really hard, using all of your mental powers and fortitude, you see the veins in Mantuka's cow face beginning to bulge and almost pop.
Bull face.
And you see kind of this bull face. I'm sorry. As you see this kind of energy begin to manifest around this red gem, and then all of a sudden, 3 rays of scorching flame shoot out. 2 of them finding purchase, while 1 just kind of off into the nether, kind of dissipating after it reaches a certain distance. The 2 cyclopes now are like patting out flames on them. They managed to get them out. The one in the front is looking panicked, and he's going to use his reaction to literally turn around, put his hand on his wife, and begin trying to shove her towards the cavern entrance and screaming at her in a language you do not understand. I say wife. You assume his partner because he is protecting her very ferociously. So I believe that is your turn then, because it's an action to use the Scorching Ray. Would you like to move or do anything else?
No.
No. Fair enough. Stanislav, the Swoley, you are up. What do you got for me?
Bonus action. Channel Divinity. Peerless Athlete.
Fair enough.
I can now shove or push 1,200 pounds. Hold on, I want to just click this off. Hasted action. Axe attack.
Okay, go ahead.
28.
28, 100% hits. Take 9 points of slashing damage.
Shitty roll.
She's still looking okay. She's standing quite well.
Action.
Thank you, Soda Pop.
I'm going to make a shove attack with the intention of pushing this lady off the cliff.
How far can you shove her?
Boy.
I can only shove her 5 feet. I know that personally, but Stanislav is.
You're just gonna start
Yeah,
working
it's
her.
his mind.
You're trying to work her towards the cliff. Okay. Shit. Go ahead.
Contested strength checks.
Yeah, this is
Athletics.
athletics.
And I'm at advantage because of channel divinity.
I'm at disadvantage, and I rolled an 8 and an 8.
I rolled a 22.
There you go. You also move with her at that point, though, I'm going to say. So essentially what you do as you're kind of fighting
that's
her,
what I want
you
to
kind
do.
of like
Yep.
step forward and put your hands just on her bulbous fucking stomach and begin shoving,
Yep.
kind of sinking into the fat rolls as you do a little bit. She tries to struggle back and push back into you, and like your power of self-belief, your pure paladin oath of just awesomeness, which is literally your oath because it's a fucking thing paladins can do. Just your power of self-belief takes over, and you begin just 1 foot at a time pushing the Cyclops back. You all watch as her feet are kind of sinking into the dirt as she's being pushed. You get her about 5 feet. You're slowly beginning to inch her towards the cliff. The male sees that and is not happy. Is not happy at all. It's going
To
to be.
me, these are just ugly and uglier.
That's fair. It is now his turn. Unfortunately, the bigger threat. He tries.
Oh no, my horse disappeared first round. Right,
Your horse
sorry,
got
completely
fucking yeeted into nothingness. Thank you, Soda,
Got
for screwing me on
vaporized.
disadvantage. Didn't matter. I rolled 2 8s.
That was the 19 hit.
Evaporated.
Yeah,
The 19
so,
points of damage on that was the exact HP.
the male now is mostly still worried about the wizard who has now lit them on fire, or I guess the fire came from Mantuka, but has repeatedly zapped them with lightning. So he's going to take a swing at you, Gregory, with his great club.
Yeah.
15.
Oh wait, no, right? Yeah, no.
Does that not hit you?
Oh, 17.
Okay, the Cyclops steps forward, swinging its great club, and slams into the ground next to you as you kind of sidestep. As he does, he's going to take his next attack. It's a 13. I can't roll for shit. I can't roll for shit. He tries again. Just dirt and rocks fly up all around you. You kind of have to cover your face from the debris. You guys are getting so lucky. So lucky on these strikes. Fuck. Okay, the woman is now starting to get a little concerned at the golden man pushing her towards the edge of the cliff. So she's going to take 2 attacks against you. First one's a 12. Fuck me, dude.
Yikes.
And an 11.
Yoicks.
I went down. All I needed was a 14. I would have gone 15, 14, 13, 12,
Those are
11.
physical rolls of 3 and 2. Very brutal.
Oh. I don't need disadvantage, guys. No one give me disadvantage anymore. It's bad enough. However, god damn it. God damn it. It's fine. Is this gonna fuck up my idea? Okay, it didn't. Beautiful. However, where is at the end of the round, as you guys are engaged with these two Cyclops who are trying very hard to defend their safety and their what appears to be their home. There we go. I'm gonna say, everyone, what's your passive perceptions right now? These guys are not sneaking.
11.
10.
Okay, so anyone below like a 12 is probably gonna miss it in the middle of combat.
15.
15 is
just say
good.
me. You
Yeah.
could just say
14.
me.
And Stanny. Stanny misses it too. Mantuka and Gregory. As
I'm
this
also facing away from them. So
you are
that's
also
fair.
fighting away. Exactly. And Greg, I'm gonna say, Mr. Maker, you're flailing. Yeah, your feet at this point are like yeeting around.
Mr. Maker is not that strong of a guy. He's holding
Oh
on.
man, we're having some like real rough rolls today. Oh my god. Yeah, we're doing a cyclops fight today, Sealed. It's exciting.
Children.
The children are
We
out.
can murder the children.
It's almost like you guys disturbed a completely peaceful
Not just
home
the men,
that was
but the
kind
women
of
and children too.
kind of just
Yes!
existing here.
Yes.
Okay.
Women and children first.
Wow, guys. Wow.
We're gonna beat up
Okay.
the children.
You
We're
guys
gonna
are
beat up
failing-
children.
You guys are failing my litmus test right now. Okay.
Let's domesticate them.
Okay. So.
That's such a good idea. Then we could have pet cyclopses.
Oh my god, these two are gonna take their turn at the end of the round. So as essentially Mantuka and Gregory, you notice like two silhouetted figures, basically two shadowed figures, because it is kind of the early hours of evening, appear on the cliff tops above you, about 30 feet up at this point, and both are just carrying what appear to be rather large boulders.
I sees it too.
UI would definitely see it. Smaller than you've seen the Cyclopses deal with, and smaller than the ones you're currently fighting. But definitely still capable, and they're going to start eating some rocks off the cliff at you. First one, they're not very smart, and they haven't been following the combat, so they're just going to aim for clusters. The first one is going to go for Gregory. The next one is going to go for, I guess Mantuka. Yeah? Stanislav kind of busy.
I don't
They
accept
don't want to
this.
hit their mom. You're both going to take a rock to the face. I'm sorry. I apologize for you. That's an 18 to hit Gregory.
Yeah.
You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. That was a voice crack and a half. You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. Crack the Keats, baby. Let's go. Shit. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please. Mantuka. Actually, I'm gonna roll.
Rocks in your face, you big disgrace.
Just a dexterity
Do I
saving
need-
throw. It could be dexterity or strength, by the way, your choice.
Dexterity. Oh, it's definitely gonna be strength for Mantuka.
Okay, you're good.
Um,
You're good. You managed to, like, as the rock hits you, it basically pins you down for a second, but you managed to just roll it off your leg, and you are not held pinned under this flying boulder. I did tell you guys I held these motherfuckers. I'm being honest with you. Why did I roll
Look at that
damage for that?
damage,
The
Jesus
damage.
Christ.
Ignore the 20 damage. That was an accidental roll. The next attack is going to go for Mantuka, and that's coming from the one on the bottom
Okay.
with the orange dot. It's only a 12 to hit. You're good.
It does not hit.
Because he eats it off the cliff.
You kind of like essentially watch as the moon is just blacked out for a brief second by this rock flying through the sky, and you're like, what's that? And then you see it begin to get smaller and approach you, or get larger as it approaches you at an increasing rate, blocking out even more of the moon. You step to the side, a boulder just kind of tumbles into the dirt at your feet and rolls off the cliff and into the ocean below. After a few seconds, you hear a loud as it splashes into the ocean.
I
was wondering why
remember
the
when I
boulder
threw
got-
my first boulder.
Okay.
I
I'm
was wondering why the
going,
boulder got bigger and bigger the closer it got to me.
I'm going
And
to
then
put
it hit
them
me.
into the initiative order here. At least one.
Baby!
I don't think I didn't hear it. I heard it.
I can't roll for shit. Every single look at the cyclops.
Oh my god.
They're all last. Every single
It's us
cyclops.
and then them.
Yeah, we are only an hour in. It's rough times. Gregory, you recovered from being hit by this massive rock. You are not pinned to the ground underneath it currently, but you did more or less get knocked on your ass. You're kind of just getting to your feet now. I'm not gonna say you were prone, but definitely knocked you on your ass. You see these two figures now, like beginning to pick up more rocks from atop the cliff, and they're shouting things at you that basically sound like a series of like guttural grunts. And yells. You have no idea what they're saying, but they are definitely yelling at the top of their lungs. And meanwhile, the male figure's still trying to like protect the female one a little bit. Seems like you guys may have stumbled on a small family of cyclops living in a coastal cave, minding their own
Just
business.
the men.
And the women too.
Women and
What are you
children,
doing,
too.
Gregory? What are you gonna do?
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your Gregors. I'm gonna go ahead and Gregory's gonna go just see that happen and say, okay, kids versus kids, and he's just gonna start running towards the cliff. And then as he hits the cliffside, you're just gonna see him swirl up in a big old swirl of eyeballs as he casts Misty Step right up behind them. So it'd be 30-ish feet, I think is the...
Yeah, you're good. I'm allowing it. I'm good with it.
Hell yeah.
They're
Right
like
to
30 feet on the cliff, but I'm allowing it. You just yeet
Right to
behind
there.
them. Yeah, okay.
Surprise,
Right
motherfucker.
in between them? Gregory!
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at one, look at the other, go into my jacket, just shakily this better work. Slap on the bone mask, and in a puff of black smoke, a black bear just emerges. Rah, 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 rah.
Okay. At this point,
And
you all
that-
barely see this as Gregory just disappears in a cloud of mist and then reappears, and suddenly you just hear a kind of a shape moving against the silhouette of the moon, and you just hear the loud, familiar roars of Gregory's bear screams.
Barely
Rah, rah, rah,
turned
rah.
into a bear. I get it.
And that's Gregory's turn. He's not gonna
Gregory's-
let these bitches throw rocks no more.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start like getting miniatures for all the beast shapes and horses. I'm sad Ikesh is dead. Baby Gregory's about to get fucked on for sure.
Ikesh
For
ain't
sure.
dead, son. He just went home.
Okay, so Mr. Maker still held on to the back of this Cyclops, just hanging on for dear life. You just gather
Well-
you're not a big enough threat for him to bother with you yet, but he is not happy.
I have a question.
Yup.
Would it be possible? I have an alternative. If not, would it be possible
may.
for me to shoot off my grappling hook and get up in front of the orange dot here?
I'm gonna say it's a ranged attack at disadvantage because you're holding on to a fucking Cyclops with one hand and trying to
Sure.
aim a grappling hook, which I believe is on your left hand, but
It's
Doesn't
on my
really
right hand.
doesn't matter which
The
hand.
left hand is the wrist.
Is the crossbow. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be a ranged attack at disadvantage to try to get up there, but it is doable. You're
Okay.
just actively like holding on to this guy's back while he's shaking, and you're trying to get a good spot to aim and fire your thing. So
It would
Go
be
ahead and
roughly
fire the
the
grappling
same
hook.
hit DC as the wrist crossbow, right? Because they're basically
it's a very low D. Yeah, just roll the crossbow. It's basically the same weapon.
Okay.
12 is enough. It is a cliff. You did not need a high DC for it, so
Fair
you do have
Isn't it
advantage.
disadvantage though.
Why would
Not anymore.
why
Roll.
disadvantage?
I thought you said
Because he
this-
used his advantage that Soda Pop gave him.
Oh,
Yeah, so straight roll. 12 is just enough. Like, that just barely did it. You fire the grappling hook, and you watch as the rope kind of twirls off after it, and you watch it kind of lodge in between two rocks and seems to be held fast.
I zip over here.
Okay, so you're going to swing off the back of the Cyclops and kind of like swing onto the cliff. Okay, cool.
And like it's swing up to be flanking this this little ogre boy.
Yeah, you essentially like swing over to
Cyclops.
the cliff and holding yourself up, begin walking up using your movement speed to climb without a hindrance. You are going to be leaving his attack range when you do that.
That's
So
fine.
he's going to get attack of opportunity against you. So as he kind of notices the
Easy.
person is no longer on his back, and you kind of like begin yeeting off through the air, you are hanging by a tether, essentially
gonna
like
hit a
a
home run with
well
you,
placed,
bro.
a well placed t-ball. You're in the air, and he's going to just swing around with the great club, almost like one handing it.
Okay.
See if he could hit you.
He does not hit me.
I was so looking forward to you.
I
blasting
just
off
wanted
with
it to
your
get
manga.
like I just wanted to Sammy Sosa, Mr. Maker, straight out of the fucking map, dude.
I do also have a shield.
Mr. Maker's blasting
That
off
would
again. Bing. Beautiful. Unfortunately, that does not happen.
Damn it.
You
So I get
also
up there.
hold up. You are also leaving the attack space of the other Cyclops. They have a
Okay.
10-foot range, so she is also going to make an attack. Fuck!
the exact same rolls, bro. Damage and everything.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's cool. It's cool. That's why the children are here. The children are going to save the day. I had 2 opportunities to baseball bat you out of this combat, and I failed on both. I'm so fucking mad. Okay, so you are now standing in front of one of the 2 Cyclops. There does appear to also be a male and female in this group, though you can tell they are very young. They are still only large-sized creatures. I have the worst DM rolls today, and it's what's weird is we had a combat a while back where I downed like 2 people 3
You
times.
one-shotted me.
I one-shotted the
From full
pally.
empty.
We killed Gregory and had to defibrillate him.
Yeah.
It was great.
I was rolling death to see that.
Yeah, so what are you going to do once you get up there?
This is the counterbalance.
So I can.
It was a ranged attack to make
Yeah.
the ascent, so you're looking at bonus action, and that's about it.
That's fine. I will just cast Branded Smite on the one I am currently flanking
Okay.
with Gregory
Yep, sure. You guys are standing on opposing sides. I'll allow it.
at 3rd level.
Okay, so you're just going to hold on to that until next round when you give it a whack?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Or, well, it's to the next attack made against him.
From anybody?
No, from him.
Okay,
It's
from
the
you
next
specifically.
time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
And it
Deals
lasts a
2d6.
minute.
I was
imagine.
thinking
Cool.
of Guidance Bolt.
Okay, so you rolled a 16 on that, which is really good. So we're just going to hold on to that damage for you. And next round when you hit, we'll add 16 to it.
Beautiful.
That'll be it for your turn, Mantuka. My Minotaur friend, what are you going to do? The big one in front of you now is
basics.
back to the basics.
And I'm going to kind of like come in with one of my halberds, slicing and dicing, or attempting to.
Slice and dice them, baby. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah,
daddy.
he is now distracted.
Yep.
It hits. Yeah, you got to be a 14. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Outstanding. And whoosh, comes in with 6 + 3 for 9 slash damage for his first attack.
Okay. He's still up.
And
He's
second-
not looking like he's near death yet, but he is definitely looking pretty fucked up.
I didn't swing that way.
And it's gonna be like an upward swing, like from his toes to his nose, some might say.
Okay,
Or
so you're gonna
attempt to.
kind of go with an upward slice. Okay,
Yeah,
from groin to
22
chin.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh,
Jesus.
groin, daddy.
Ouchie. Oh, you did forget.
Ooh,
You can take
15
UI's turn
plus-
after Mantuka. Don't worry about it.
Shit. Sorry. And 15 + 3, so that's 18 slashing emotional damage.
Okay, so like he's now like on one knee, standing, kind of like desperately striking with the. He is a caged, like a cornered animal at this point. He's still trying to communicate over his shoulder whenever he can. He's not looking great. Mr. Maker, you forgot UI's turn. What would you like
I
him
did
to do
forget UI.
in the
I would
brief
like to
time?
swing with him.
Okay.
I would
Uh,
like him to continue pounding.
Just
my
count,
toenail.
continue bopping. That was an emotional damage attack. 18 points of damage on a single swing. Yes. You guys are shaming the Cyclops, who was kind of just trying to enjoy his day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, he should have thought about that before he busted out of his room.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. As UI
That
this
is
time kind of
plus
like
9.
it's still a miss.
That hits.
It has to be to 14. I mean, you could flash it. Oh no, it's not a skill check. Never mind. So UI kind of extends the hand yet again into the same toe that it's just been pushing back into the cuticle. And at this point, it's just not going any further. Kind of an annoyance at this point. The Cyclops kind of looks down at UI and just doesn't seem to do much beyond that. Okay. Stanislav, you're up. Oh, wait.
All right.
Wait. I skipped Mantuka. No, wait, Mantuka attack. We're good. Stanislav, you're up. I'm back on it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna move 5 feet up here
Yeah, you're good.
because for my hasted attack, I'm gonna attack Daddy.
You're gonna attack Daddy.
Yep.
Give it to Daddy.
Am I flanking or no?
No.
Right, I can't with UI anyways.
Mm-mm. I feel like you should be able to. I'm gonna look into that, but you're not even at like an angle with him. You'd have to stand over there. But
Yep. 21.
21 hits.
And I'm gonna put a 2nd level Divine Smite into this.
Oh, this is gonna be close.
Mm-hmm. So here is this.
He did cast haste on himself.
3d8. The 3d8 didn't roll.
Looking like it'll probably still
26 total damage.
be okay. So close. So close. He's still standing, but like now he has several wounds in his torso. You've sliced across his back as you make your attack. You just kind of step in with a cross and like slice almost deep enough to hit the spine. He is now like barely standing, bleeding from several wounds. He's pretty much on death's door. Like he's a hit or so away. He's not looking good. Like, you think you could probably finish him off based on your combat knowledge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead of the shovage.
Okay.
So for my regular action, I will take the attack action.
Go for it.
27, and I'm gonna put a 1st level Divine Smite into this one.
That's true. Chris is concentrating on that. Have you taken any hits?
Nope.
Okay.
That's 9 plus 19. Oh my god, 28 total damage.
Yeah. Go ahead and describe your kill.
It's
Glad I
it's
jumped off his back.
it's quick and simple. It's just seeing maybe where Mr. Maker had inflicted a wound and just slapping the axe in there to try and get through the spinal cord.
Okay.
It's quick and simple.
Okay. So as you kind of step out with the axe, you now just kind of sever it into the spinal cord and blast it with the radiant energy one final time. And you see where the axe kind of like embeds an extra inch in, and you see the Cyclops kind of go rigid for a second. As you withdraw the axe, his body just goes limp and collapses to the floor in a massive pile. None of you are at risk of falling under him, but if any of Mr. Maker was still on his back, it would have been a save to not get crushed by a Cyclops. But he just ragdolls to the floor in a pile, and like a big cloud of dust kind of reaches out around him as his blood begins to kind of pool into the dirt around him. He is dead. As he's kind of going down, though, as your blow kind of settles in, you're retracting it for his last chance. He looks over his shoulder and says one last thing, again in a language you do not understand, to the woman who now is like eyeing the entrance to the cave with reckless desperation, I guess we'll say. But you also see in her one singular eye a look of pure rage and fury, and there's some special stuff going to happen next round on her turn.
Okay, bye. So I still have an attack left.
Technically, yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I'm
hasted
Is it a
action.
raid
is-
attack?
We got a raid! Woo! Concerned whale with the raid. Shout out command isn't working, so I'm
That's a
have to do this
natural one. Look at that.
Oh.
Okay. You know how we do natural ones in combat. I am not going to break your weapons or any stupid shit like that. But the next
Can't
attack,
really break a magical axe.
that and yeah, no, basically. But even when we were going originally, so
Her next attack is at advantage on.
yeah, as you know, so as you
There's
kind
no
of like
balance, yep.
bring your attack back around, trying to hit her with it, you kind of stumble and lose your balance, and you're not quite prone, but you're off centered, and you've definitely left yourself open for a return attack. So her next attack against you will be at advantage.
Cool.
Thank you for the raid, buddy. We appreciate you. Welcome in, Raiders. We're just rocking some D&D right now, killing some Cyclopses. What's the Cyclopes? I feel like Cyclopes. I'm gonna go with Cyclopes. Cycloplies?
And then I'm gonna
I don't
take
like that one.
one step
I
back
don't like that
toward.
one.
No, I'll stay there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my turn.
All right. So, next up, we have the first of the children, who now, noticing a threat up here in the form of a large black bear, is going to turn its great club. It is still a great club. It's smaller than its parents' great clubs, but it is still bigger than your entire body, Gregory. So
It's
just
an okay club.
keep that in mind. So
An above average club.
does a 17 to hit you?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay. You take
It's a
20.
great club now.
You take 21 points of damage to your bear form.
which immediately just poofs away.
Okay, so as the club just comes down and poof, kind of flattens you, you get like flat-legged out where you're just on your stomach and your legs are all sprawled out as the club kind of just mashes your head and then lifts it up. And as it does, you just poof, back into Gregory form. I need you...
Oh.
there is a strength save to go prone, and we're getting whacked with these. It's a lower DC because these are the kids. I'm just... Do I make it? I'm going to say have the bear. Use the bear... Oh, that doesn't matter anyway. That was a 2 plus even with the bear's modifier. So you are now prone as this like great hammer or great mace, great club lifts back up. You're just kind of laying flat on your stomach, looking up at it, spine exposed, looking up at this Cyclops who's just going to step forward and come down with another strike at you with advantage. Oh boy. Okay, I rolled really bad again. Surprise! As it kind of like...
I'm actually starting to feel bad for you now.
I'm starting to feel really shitty.
Yeah, it's rough.
I think it's Cyclopes. I feel like it's Cyclopes. It should be Cyclopes if it's not.
We'll just get wrecked by the undead.
I'm really unhappy about how this is going. So he steps forward and just immediately swings the club down, and you just roll to your side. And you're small, so you just manage to avoid it, but it like hits right next to you, just barely, but it's by a hair. That will be its turn, however.
Right in between the legs.
This one is
Just
dead.
missing.
He's out of the attack order.
Not my baby Gregory.
Next up is going to... Okay, so seeing Mr. Maker appear in front of him with the grappling hook and climb up and begin to prepare to harry him, he is going to make a shove attack against you. This is going to be contested athletic shoves. He's just trying to shove you 5 feet off the cliff, about 40 feet down.
Okay.
So contested strength. Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Flash of Genius, but do I get
The,
Dome of Protection?
You get what?
The
A
shoved
protection?
can use acrobatics.
Oh, can I use acrobatics?
I mean, you technically still rolled a fucking 6. What's your acrobatics modifier?
+4, and then
You rolled
Flash
an-
of Genius.
You rolled an 8 up to a 12. Still not enough, unfortunately.
Wait, how is a 6 to an 8? A +4.
Wait, hold up.
So that would be a 10.
Wait, you rolled twice. I'm confused.
What are you talking about? No, I rolled that
Yeah,
6.
just- Why is there a 4 there then?
The
6
4 is
mo-
by accident.
Okay, if you roll by accident, you need to tell me, because that's the roll
Okay,
I'm gonna
fair
read.
Sorry, that's my bad. No, I rolled that 6.
Fuck's sake. Okay, so 8 plus 4 for your dex is 12, plus Flash of Genius is going up to a 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so the +5 on that, and that does count as a skill check. So, he just like steps forward and tries to boot you off the cliff, and you just manage to stay forward. He's gonna use his second attack action to make another kick against you and try to yeet you off one more time. As an 11. I'm rolling so bad today. Unless you roll a natural 1, you'll be fine. It's still pretty bad.
That's rough, but I can Flash of Genius that again.
Jesus Christ, I hate that ability. I really hate that ability.
I love it, dude. I love
It's
it.
kind of ridiculous that you can do it on everything like 5 times a day. Like that's
It's
fucking
crazy.
insane. But anyway, as it once again tries to just boot you off the cliff twice, you essentially sidestep once, and the next time just put your hands up and like hold against the foot, slide right up to the edge of the cliff, and push back and manage to just barely stop from being yeeted off the cliff. I am starting to get annoyed with the rolls today.
I'm not. I didn't want to be pushed off the cliff.
And then you shouldn't have climbed the cliff. That's going to keep happening. At a certain point, he may just yeet himself off with you. But
Fair enough.
that is his turn for the day.
To be fair, the whole thing is on a cliff, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you're just lucky you're not going into the ocean.
yeah.
Like, I could have had them just try to pick you up and throw you, but that seemed a little unfair, so I didn't make that ability. So, the female Cyclops, now enraged by the death of her mate, and seemingly the protector of the clan, is going to lash out against you. She gets an extra attack this round because she is raged. Or enraged is the status I gave them. So she gets an extra round of attack. She's going to take her first one at you with advantage because you stumbled on your last attack. There's a 26.
Yes.
I hit something. I hit something. Finally. Oh, that feels good. So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as the club just right into your fucking head. Like, just literally trying to hammer you into the floor or into the dirt like a nail. I need you to roll me a strength saving throw, please.
Okay. Checks. Okay, so Channel Divinity is only on checks,
Yes.
not on saving throws. 17.
17 makes it. You're okay. As you
Nice.
feel the weight of this object just hitting you, and you feel yourself kind of compress into the dirt a little, you shrug it off, and do not fall prone under it. It is going to make another 2 attacks against you.
Hold up.
Yep.
I maintain haste.
You do. Great club!
Nope.
14 does not hit you. Come on. Okay, the 13 was what came through. 13 doesn't hit you. It's just flailing
The
madly.
To be fair, the 19 wouldn't have either.
I'm annoyed. It's just flailing wildly at you now with its great club, not managing to connect. Every time it gets close, you just raise your shield in time to just parry the blow out of the way and then step back in with your battle axe ready to strike. I am so frustrated. I might need to take a break in a minute. Anyway, Gregory, you're up. As that's gonna be her. That's gonna be. Actually, you know what? She still has her movement, so she's gonna try to break for the entrance to the cave and bully you over in the process. So she's just gonna start sprinting and try to just whack you out of the way and push past you. So it's gonna
So
be.
Is this going to be a contested athletics thing?
Yep. And I'm gonna say you're at advantage because she's just doing this.
I am
It's like a
anyways
last
because of
ditch
Channel
attempt.
Divinity.
Okay, you get 12. Doesn't fucking matter.
26.
Damn it. She like takes off, tries to run, and begins to try to shove you out of the way, and you essentially just like stiff arm her with the shield and cause her to step back another couple feet. She's
As I do that, I'm like,
getting nowhere.
you shall not pass!
She doesn't understand a word you're saying, but she just looks at you, opens her mouth, and just screams, and is like deep and bassy, like "Whoa!" And she's just
I drag
screaming
you
in your
again.
face. Yeah. It's the smell is horrible, and you see like bits of like flesh and meat coming out of her teeth where she hasn't brushed as she just screams spittle at you. There's no dex save. You take all of that spittle to the face. It's just like Being next to the kid in school who spit all the time when they talked, but you do manage to escape. Yeah,
I think I hold my lunch.
you do manage to hold your dinner. Actually, it is evening. I should have
Barely.
made the map
Yeah,
a
sure.
little darker. Gregory, you are now a little tiny wizard laying prone, as these two cyclops are now just raging at the two of you. They have now seen what you assume to be their father brutally struck down in cold blood. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna scramble up and just kind of like stand like a Spider-Man, just looking. Help! And just the little lightning bolt guy's gonna come out again, and just this time you just see just a little tuning fork and just point right at the guy.
It's just like a high C, like as the lightning. Okay, so deck save just for the one.
Yeah,
He rolls a 5. He's gonna take full damage from the lightning
Oh,
bolt.
thank you, Jesus. Mother of God, please blow him away with the power of the clown. 23.
Which one are you hitting?
The one that's
The one that
hitting
hit you?
me.
Yeah, they don't appear as hardy as their parents, but he takes the hit and kind of absorbs. He is, again, you don't need to insight check again for this. You see that same look in his eye because he hasn't seen anyone do any real spell casting apart from like the branding smites, which he didn't really register from this distance, dealing with you. As you kind of cast this lightning bolt, he takes a step back and kind of looks at you with like a surprise and reverence. You gather they're not used to seeing magic cast, and in the right circumstances it can take them very much by surprise. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, you take that.
He kind of looks down and just makes a little puzzled noise under his breath. Mr. Maker,
Okay.
you are up. Are you done with your turn, Gregory? Are you going to get up from prone? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I get up from
Use
prone.
half your movement to stand up from prone. Roger that. It's all right.
Okay.
Mr. Maker.
All right. So I just want to clarify: do I have advantage flanking with Gregory like this?
Yeah, technically.
Now that he's up from prone. Okay.
Yeah, if he was
So-
prone, I probably wouldn't count it. But
Yeah,
he's
that's-
casting lightning now behind this guy. He's distracting him a bit. I'd say with larger creatures, I'll allow the advantage to work that way. So I'll go for it.
Okay, I got a rough one for you then.
Jesus Christ. Hit me. What do you got? What do you got?
So first, I'm gonna do a regular old green flame blade attack. You
Okay,
know,
so
my-
bonus
my-
action, you're casting Green Flame Blade.
I sure am.
Okay.
Wait, bonus action? Is it bonus action?
The bonus action can't, or is it an action?
No, it's an action. That's my main attack
Okay, cool.
because it's
Yep,
just
gotcha.
a damage modifier.
Gotcha.
So it happens whenever I swing an attack. causing it to
13
be-
unfortunately does not hit.
but I'm at advantage, right?
Yes,
I
you
roll
are.
twice?
So roll again.
Okay.
Then nat 1.
That definitely doesn't hit.
You're lucky you're at advantage, or you'd be at disadvantage, or he'd be at advantage attacking you. Anyway, so 13 misses. You kind of step forward as the green flame kind of engulfs your weapon, which is still in 2 pieces, I might add. You just
It
step
is.
forward and swing, and just kind of step completely wide as the Cyclops kind of just moves out of the way, dodging your blade. Doesn't
Okay.
quite get close enough to hit it.
I'm gonna bring it up for another one, a
Okay,
regular
you
attack.
kind of like go over and bring it back over for a swift attack. 20 does hit, 100%. Still at advantage if you want natural one. No.
Oh, baby!
Oh, baby, not 20.
I've got such terrible news for you. guys. I've got that plus 16 because branding smite whenever it hits.
Yep.
Then I've got arcane jolt. I'm also gonna throw on there because I have that now.
The basically the equivalent of a paladin's might. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then I want to roll my regular damage, don't I?
Okay, so roll the regular damage first. The green flame blade was 1 fire damage. Why does it say 1 and 13? Was 13 if you're doing 2 hands? I don't know.
Let me see.
I'm confused. I see a 1 damage there. I'm gonna go with that.
Brandish
8
weapon
plus
against spell casting.
Wouldn't the
Hit.
roll of
Okay.
the branding smite be doubled too?
Yeah, it
Right.
would. It would. That's
So
what I'm
it'd
trying
be-
to figure out. There's a lot of math to happen right now.
There would be 32 on the branding smite then.
Jesus Christ.
There would be
Yep.
2 on the that. There would be slashing damage there.
Okay, just making sure. All right, I got all that. It's a lot of damage.
Arcane-
That's a
You're
really,
at 50.
a really solid crit.
I count
Did I
50.
throw
I
the
count
arcane
50.
jolt already in there?
I don't know.
No.
Nope.
I don't know. Extra 2d6. Okay.
Yeah. So let me roll that.
Oh my god! So that's plus another 18, so that's 68.
Okay.
And then we added the 32 already.
Yeah, no, it's all in there. 68 was the grand total in the end. That was a huge critical.
It's like barbarian level hit.
Beautiful hit.
God.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna use-
That's zesty,
Then I
dude.
can use my bonus action to hit
To
the
offhand.
other
To offhand. Yeah, you just can't add your modifier to the...
Did that kill him though?
No.
Is he dead?
I'm gonna tell you though. As this happens, you essentially lash out, and like it's no longer a slash anymore. You ignite it in green fire, and you just jam it into his torso and start twisting it as the fire erupts. You power as your kind of bracers that you wear begin to light glow, and an electrical jolt just kind of
colored jolt.
green electrical jolt. I like it. Unleashes out of your fucking bracers, giving the arcane jolt as well. You notice that immediately falls to a knee and just places itself down and looks up at you. Doesn't understand what it's been hit with at all. Does not understand magic. But now in its eye, you see reverence and fear. Equal combinations. So you took it from full health to past bloodied. So past half. You took off more than half of its health in that strike. I'm not going to tell you how much, but holy fuck.
Yeah.
That was
I
a-
told you I had a rough one for you.
Mr. Maker is an artificer. A very powerful artificer.
All right, and so then with the other hand, with the offhand, now that he's down on his knee, I want to take a slash right at his face, like
Yeah,
right
go ahead.
between the bridge of his nose.
Yep, yeah. It's not going to be you're at advantage because fucking flanking and 15 does hit.
Mhm.
29 definitely hits. So you, as he's kind of taking a knee and kind of repositioning himself, you just take the blade and draw it right across his face, leaving a deep gash kind of right across the nose. 14. He's still up, but barely. He's on dead. Like, you carve deeply across his face, almost severing his nose in two. He's now holding his face. You see a tear, like tears beginning to well out of his single eye. He's beginning to kind of recoil in fear. Looks like he almost wants to run, but he's not very smart. He's not very smart. He has he's like, I'll say with a 10, he has enough understanding of the situation to probably surmise that you guys are going for the kills.
Sure.
And this is more of a fight to the death kind of situation. You have slaughtered his father. Oh, boy.
I jumped off his father's back,
Yeah.
zipped over to him,
Yep.
fucking yeeted and yoted him.
Yeah. Mr. Maker is Batman. He's
Little bit.
he's kind of Batman. He's
That's
cooler.
what
He's
Batman
cooler,
would do.
less edgy Batman. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
Shove it all in there.
I like you more than Batman. Damn, that is a hell of a turn. He is still standing, and now he is desperate, and he's also enraged. So prepare for that shit.
Preparing.
Yeah. So basically, one of the homebrew things is once they're below a certain health threshold, they get enraged and get an extra attack action on their turn. It's basically
Now-
what I did to juice them up a bit. UI has
Not
a turn.
forgetting UI.
UI has a turn.
Uh,
Yep. What do you want to do with UI?
I am gonna move UI down to the bottom of her foot there.
Do
And
it.
he's
Do it.
Going for the toenail, baby.
Bash that toenail. Roll the attack. Go ahead.
Roll this, and then it's +9.
Yeah, so 18 hits, 100%. You guys all watch UI just kind of zip over this other toe, lock in his focus, and as the arm just kind of unleashes its should have a V8 palm. High damage roll again.
12 damage.
Yeah, because it adds to your proficiency, so 12.
+4.
He's looking pretty rough. She's past bloodied. The toe shot gets her past bloodied, which is hilarious to me. You notice like the blood begins to seep from the edges of the big toenail. She looks down and like you see the eye go wide, like when you stub your toe. That was a painful hit from a tiny little metal man. God damn. That'll be your turn. Mantuka. One great opponent has been felled. There are still two on the cliff top who, based on what you just saw from Mr. Maker, you would have seen essentially an eruption of green flame, an even brighter flash of green electricity, and the look of a cyclops just getting absolutely decimated in
Not
silhouette.
to mention the big white damage that was around it that caused
Radiant damage,
the
right?
actual dude to fucking erupt in
Yeah.
light.
That was insane. That was insane.
Is now if
If he was invisible, it would have made him visible.
Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
been very much visible. Mantuka, what are you doing? There's one still currently within your reach and two atop the cliff.
Clearly, seeing this joyous event, I'm going to take this opportunity to stretch my legs, and I'm going to propel myself forward to about yay, and then I'm going to use my 10-foot reach and I'm going to stab a non-demon with one eye.
Okay.
Or
Oh yeah.
attempt
So
to-
you're essentially swinging over Stanislav's head with your pike at this point.
Yeah, I'll duck as he
The
does.
kind of
that.
guys are working as
Yeah.
like a unit. He's
My
got his like
halberd,
axe and his
yeah.
shield up, defending while you're kind of poking around it like a very tiny but very swole shield wall.
And you know what?
Sick.
Just so we're being bulls, having a great time, I'm probably gonna reckless just in case.
Nice.
Okay, we're
Mhm.
recklessing.
But that's a nat
Oh,
20. And hold on, wait. Is that a brutal critical already?
Oh my god, baby. Let's go.
Bitch!
Alright, you know what? I'm not
I'm
sad I'm
gonna-
rolling like shit anymore. I'm just happy for you guys.
Toss
Rolling
another
good.
dice out there. Hold on.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So-
Throw another dice
Thanks,
in it.
godly DM.
13.
Oh
Oh
god.
my gosh. So 13 and 15, so that's 28. Plus 3, that's 31 on my first attack.
With the 31 is the critical, right? Are you doubling
Yes,
that
it's-
yet? Is that with the doubles?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
you
didn't
both
double
of
it.
those.
Oh, you just rolled 2 sets of dice?
Yeah, because with brutal critical, I get another D12 of damage.
Okay, so we need to double all of those rolls.
Oh, yes.
All 3 of these?
Yeah. Every dice rolled on a critical,
So
Gets
26.
doubled. they taking that away in D&D 1 or whatever the fuck it's called.
46.
So we're not using that system ever.
Um,
I'm fucking yeah, so we rolled an 8 times 2 is 16
that's
and we
50.
rolled a 10 times 2 is 20. 16 plus 20 is 36 plus all your modifiers. I'm fucking math. I am not. Wow. I wish.
I think
Oh, it's 1d10. I see.
Yeah, that was an insane
You gotta
amount.
Double each dice,
Yeah.
not the total amount. Holy shit.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
you rolled so good.
I
Yeah.
did gracefully.
So yeah, just 16. So automatically we are sitting at 36 damage, just base.
So
Plus-
16 plus 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
36, 42 plus the extra stuff. Yep, the rage damage. I think
Plus 3.
plus 3.
48. So 48 plus 5, 53 is what I count.
Jesus Christ.
So can we all say in Mogis we praise?
In Mogis we praise. So
Mogis!
as,
In Mogis we praise!
as you step forward and just immediately over Stanislav, kind of lunge forward with your halberd and just stab like right into the torso, hitting right under the heart. It's not quite enough to kill her, but as you pull the blade out, you notice the blood just begin to drip out at an alarming rate, and you gather that is very much a mortal wound. It just hasn't killed her yet. She's still got some
But
will to
wait,
fight.
Mantuka has another attack.
But wait, there's more.
At
Yeah.
advantage.
At advantage.
Yeah, because you're
Hold
recklessing.
on.
Yeah.
Let me just clear all this bullshit out of the way. Bam! That's 14, but maybe we might get a
23
critical.
hits. Yeah, you did not.
That's
So
25.
close. 25 hits. Go ahead and roll the damage on that.
Hey, so 8 plus 3, so it's 11.
I like that it at least
emotional
adds that
splash.
damage up to us. That's nice of them. 11
Yeah.
points. Okay. Go ahead and describe your kill for me, please.
So as I kind of stab into her midsection, and cause that, as you said, the gangrenous wound, she kind of takes one knee, and as she does, I kind of look, and I look at her one eye.
She looks down
And I
at you
kinda-
with the one eye, fear beginning to well up. You see a small tear just working up in the corner. She looks up to her children on the cliff top.
I both eye wink at her because she only has one eye, and I kind of look at Mogis, and I jab it through her one pustule eye as it kind of pierces through the back of her cranium as I pull it through, and just all the acid and all of the
Brain matter.
the
The
eye
viscera.
juice and
The
brain
viscera.
matter
Yeah, viscera.
crushes through, and it's almost like I just threw like a Ziploc bag of water at someone in non-medieval times. It's
Yeah.
just
Explosion everywhere as you pull the halberd out. The kind of edge of the spear where the barb is kind of pulls the eye with it, so you now have a cyclops eye on the end of your end of your halberd, and they both just collapse to the ground dead.
just another Kinder surprise for Mantuka.
Both of the children now seeing this are both going to begin screaming in what you gather to be rage. You can't make out any of the syllables as they begin to just start losing it. They start hitting on their chests, preparing to kind of like swirl their weapons around and unleash a wave of just decimating attacks. Mantuka, that will be your turn, I believe. Stanislav, you're up. This is brutal.
Okay.
You guys are fucking
How
slaughtering
high?
these people.
How high are each of these smaller cliffs? Up here?
This cliff is about 20 feet up, we said, and this cliff is
Okay.
about another 20 feet. So it's 40 feet all the way to the top vertical.
Okay.
Plus the distance to manage it. But,
Well, I have 80 feet of movement right now because I'm hasted.
yeah.
So-
Climbing, you're at half speed, however. If that.
I don't really intend on climbing much.
Are you telling me you're going to vertically leap 40 feet in the air? I'm probably going
No.
to be like, that's
I'm going to
bullshit.
move 10 feet here and jump 16 feet up, attempting to grab the side of the wall.
Okay, athletics check to pull yourself up. Easy enough.
Yeah, okay.
And that still
and that is
counts
at
as
advantage.
like your movement
Because I
overall.
have-
Yeah, purely.
Yep, it counts. It counts towards part of my movement. I know.
Yeah. You said you have 40 feet right now?
24.
Or 80 because
Yeah,
you're
80,
hasted. If you
Because I'm
need it.
hasted, yeah.
24 is enough.
Mhm.
You manage to pull yourself up to that one. You jump, grab on it. The muscles flex, the sweat kind of beads, but you get yourself up on that platform, no problem.
So I've moved a total of 40 feet now.
Yeah.
So then I'll move another 10 feet this way and try the same thing.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. It's another 40 feet up, so your movement will be you getting to the top.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanna
athletics
end up
check
right
to
there.
try to jump and grab the ledge and pull yourself up.
Hmm.
Still an advantage, I'm guessing.
Challenge
Yeah, you're
ability
good.
lasts for 10
No
minutes.
problem. At this point, you jump and like one-handed and just yeet yourself up while you're still holding the battle axe in the other.
Nice.
You would have had to do this all one-handed because you have a shield strapped to one arm, and I guess you just stowed the axe at that point. But
Sure.
you do manage to climb up. Yeah, it's difficult to climb with an axe and a shield,
Yeah.
but you're also a
Mhm.
warcaster, if memory serves.
Yep.
So you're used to using a shield.
Also, Warcaster.
If you're a caster who's doing melee attacks and you don't have warcaster, you're a dumbass. Period.
So that was
Period.
5, 10,
I was
20,
just
30.
excited about
Trying to
having
bond,
something
I'm
to
sorry.
share with one of my
Sorry.
friends.
Sorry to ruin your
She just fucking
bonding.
attacked me. Okay.
Yeah, well. I've been rolling like shit all night. I need to take out my aggressive
So I'll
on
just
somebody,
slide.
dude.
5 more feet up that way because I would have still had 10 feet left at the top.
I'm gonna say pulling yourself up and all that with the axe and the shield, you got to
Okay.
the top, not an extra
Okay.
5 feet. Yeah.
That's
You
fine.
just scaled 40
I'm still
foot of 40
yep.
feet of rock with one hand.
I'm technically flanking.
Yeah. We did say with the huge creatures we're allowing angles, so you're good. You are flanking with Gregory. It's
Okay.
debatable how much of a threat Gregory is at this point in time, though, so that advantage thing may start to dissipate as he doesn't contribute damage-wise. But for now, he is still actively casting lightning at people, so you're good.
So I'm going to use all 3 of my attacks on this guy at advantage.
Fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Fair enough. He hasn't taken my...
Oh,
Baby!
that's another one, baby.
And
Another
I'm going
one
to
for the
put
book.
a 3rd level Divine Smite into this.
Fuck. Shit.
Okay.
Fucking go, dude.
Okay.
Okay, so
He's doing all right. He took a decent hit from the lightning. This could kill him in one if you rolled really high.
that's
so you rolled a
8
4.
plus 6.
Yeah, you rolled a 4.
So that's
So
14 damage on that.
roll the smite, and then we'll add the modifiers after. So currently sitting at an 8 total after the 4 doubled. And 20 doubled is 40. So 44 plus the 6. 46 points of damage.
Well, then double the 4 as well because it was a crit.
That is correct.
So 50. 50 even.
No, because you rolled a 4, so it would be 48 plus 6. So 54.
The 48 was my 3rd level Divine Smite.
Yeah, I know, but that gets doubled too.
Yeah, so that's
So
40.
20 is 40. You rolled a 4
Double
on your
that.
attack, so that's an 8, and then your modifier is
Yeah.
6. So 48 plus 6 is 54.
Oh, so even more than 50.
Yeah,
Neat.
you broke the 50. He's still up.
Okay.
As you kind of raise your axe in the air and just swing it down for his head, you connect and kind of cleave into the skull, just not deep enough to kill him. And the radiant blast goes off, and you see like little bits of scalp kind of just begin to peel away under the pressure, and he is on very much on death's door. Go ahead and make your
I'm
next
just
attack.
gonna
If
I'm
you
just
hit,
gonna try and push the axe further in.
if you beat a 14, you got a 25. Describe your kill. Go ahead and describe your kill for me as you murder this small cyclops child.
I just kind of jump up and like hunch the handle of the axe to drive it further into his skull.
Okay. You just kind of step up and slam down the axe once with the butt of your shield, and then again, and as you do, you just split your way down into the torso. Fuck. Okay.
still really proud of my crit though.
Your crit was you guys. We've had
Yeah,
3 crits.
thanks.
We've had 3 crits and 3 rounds of attack, all hitting for 40 plus damage. I just want to point that out.
And then for my last attack, can I yeet a javelin at Orange?
You would have to draw the javelin. You do not have enough movement left to do that. So no.
Right. Yes. Okay.
If you wanted, I would allow you to throw your battle axe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Beyond that.
Oh no, those are my 2. I'm going to use my hasted action to dash over here. Tediously on the edge of the
Your
cliff.
movement was doubled by the haste without the extra action, so that's 80 feet, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you're good.
So I'm gonna kind of run through and present another target to this orange cyclops.
Okay, roll
for
me,
pushing off of the cliff.
The edge
Or
of
I'll
the cliff is
just,
where.
fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll run around. I'll run around him over here.
You don't have. Oh, you're dashing. Cool. Yep. No worries. You just managed to stay in his range of attacks too, so you don't get an attack of opportunity. You're all good.
Cool.
Next up is the sad, lonely Cyclops by himself, alone.
Very rough.
He's cornered in the back. He's cornered in the front. All of his family is dead.
Guys, why don't we just trap this one?
He realizes he doesn't have much of a way out, but he is smart enough to know that big heights kill. He is enraged, so he is. Fuck. He's just gonna go. Fuck! I really want to make him yeet you off the cliff. I'm just. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, Mr. Maker. You unleashed a fucking shitstorm on him. Huge critical.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to grapple you with his first attack.
Okay.
So go ahead and make me a strength or acrobatics or strength or dexterity saving throw. Nope.
Oh, I can make it.
Athletics or acrobatics to get out of it. My bad. My mistake. It's not saving throw. So you rolled a 12. I'm assuming you're adding Flash of Genius to that.
Yeah, sure.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
17. It's a 10. I can't roll for shit. I can't roll for fucking shit. So its first attack action is going to be to try to grapple you. You're just smacking its hand away at this point. It's going to come in, try and do it one more time. This is literally all it's got right now. 12. Go ahead and make me another check.
Okay.
He's just trying to, with one hand in the great club and the other one, he's just trying to grab you, and he's being completely unsuccessful. So he's gonna just, in frustration, just look at you and just go, and scream right into your face again. All the spittle and spew and everything in there is kind of just, yeah, there you go. And he's gonna swing his great club around, put it on the ground, and essentially try to two-handed golf swing you off the cliff. So it's not gonna be contested anymore. He's gonna make an attack, and if you fail your
I throw
save
up
to
in
be
my
knocked
mouth.
prone, you're getting yeeted.
Sure. 15?
14.
Hit.
He's recklessly attacking, so he's at advantage, and he still doesn't hit.
Doesn't.
He hits it and swings, and, and you manage to just kind of like essentially hop over it. Like you swing one leg over and jump the other as it kind of just swings past you and into the sky. I can't roll to save my fucking life tonight. This is the worst. That's literally all he's got, honestly. Realizing he's beyond his depth, he's just going to run. He's got 30 feet. He's just gonna bail, and he's gonna take attack of opportunities from every single one of you. So starting with, I'm gonna say Mr. Maker, he's leaving your range first. Go ahead and make your attack of opportunity. He sees no other alternative. He can't hit any of you. He can't knock you off the cliffs. He has the ability to move, so he's gonna move. That's all he's got. And you're at advantage because he attacked recklessly.
Okie doke. If I'm at advantage, and since he attacked recklessly, I'm not gonna swing with that. If that's all right.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I accidentally put on it, or I didn't accidentally. I was gonna swing at catapult, but if I'm at advantage, I can just hit him with my fucking.
Oh yeah, you're Warcaster, so you can cast as he runs away. If you want to do the catapult, that's fine as well. But
I would rather do my sword.
save the spell slot. Okay, good. Go ahead and just roll me the attack roll. Then we'll let you
I
keep that.
do believe it's a cantrip only.
No, it's any
No,
leveled
it's
spell with
any
Warcaster.
spell.
Shit.
Yeah, Warcaster's
Cancel
clutch, dude.
last.
I love it. I
As long
love
as
it.
it has the one cast, like a
Okay,
target.
so starting with Hell's Corp at advantage, or Mr. Maker, 28 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You guys are essentially just seeing who's
That's the
getting the
10.
killing blow at this point. The 10, not quite enough to do it. As he turns and begins to run, you slash out once with your blade, carving into his back. He stumbles, and he's beginning to run. Gregory's got to reach over at.
I smack him with the box.
Arcade jolt that.
On a reaction, can you do that?
If it's an attack, it says on any attack. I think. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, let
make
me
sure.
read that specifically, because that is an extra thing that you're doing, and you're using a reaction to attack right now. New ways channel when either you hit a target with a magic weapon attack, or your steel defender hits target. Yep, you're good. Go ahead, pump that in there. Jesus Christ. 7, that's enough. Go ahead and describe your kill for me,
17.
please.
Yes. Okay.
As keeping in mind that as you're striking, you see Gregory just with one fist just bop him in the toe, just like Eli did.
Nice.
Hit him right in the toe. Go ahead and describe
So
your kill.
I'm gonna take both of my, because I've still got them, Kratos fucking Blades of Chaos esque.
Are you holding?
Right now?
Oh yeah, because you've got your dual blades. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got them both out. I'm gonna swipe with one like as I come up, and then with like a flash of green lightning, I bring them both down into his head as he's running away. Just like stab him in the back of the brain.
Brutal. So you all
And
watch.
you just see. You see as the lightning like explodes out of his skull, brain matter flying all over us.
As the Cyclops turns to run in fear, you all see Mr. Maker raise up an attack with 2 blades, kind of miss on the way up, but bring them back down quickly, stabbing right into the back of the Cyclops' head, and then you see jolts of green lightning just explode up the head as it is left mostly a headless corpse. And it collapses to the ground as Mr. Maker kind of stumbles on top of it and pulls his 2
I wanted
swords
to
out.
kill him so bad.
Yeah. You guys just wiped out an entire family.
Pog, but now we have a cool place to rest.
You do. You do have a very cool place to rest. So, you all stand victorious, having overcome your foes after a fairly lengthy battle involving some surprises with a couple younger Cyclops. You all emerge victorious, some of you having taken some pretty big hits along the way, but mostly looking all right. It was mostly Gregory who took the big hits, to be fair. Gregory got the brunt of it, and it was mostly his bear.
I'm gonna come over. Gregory, are you hurt? Like you got some bloodies on you. Yeah.
I'm fine. And you see, I'm like holding the side of me that's just kind of dripping a little bit. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You see
Could
like
dump
a
however
couple
many
ribs
points of-
like kind of protruding a little. One of the arms has like a broken bone coming out a little bit, kind of pushing against the skin.
I'm gonna use however many of my 45 points of lay on hands to heal you
Okay.
Oh shit.
back to full.
Okay. So you're
Oh,
healed back
shit.
to full. At that
If you
point,
look over.
we've been going for about 2 hours, so we're gonna take our break. Go ahead, Mr. Maker. Go ahead, get that in.
I was just gonna say, if you look over, you'll see me just fucking like standing like this, fucking with the most evil grin you've ever seen on a fucking face in your life. Just
Very satisfied with his work for the day. So,
quite
however,
excited about that.
at that point, we've been going for like 2 hours. This is the longest we've gone without a break so far. So I want to thank everyone coming out to hang out. Sealed Fern, thank you for the hydrate. Everyone, if you didn't get your hydrate in, do that now. We did not lose any of the party. Came a little close. I thought you guys were going to take a few more hits than that, but I rolled like shit all night. If I had hit like with even half of my attacks tonight, you guys probably would have died. Like that, this would have gone so differently. And I'm very sad.
I would have had to use healing spells.
You would have
instead of
actually
smiting.
had, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and it just didn't happen that way. So I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out. 24 people, that's a big deal for us. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. Be back in like 10 minutes. Just gonna hit the bathroom, refill our drinks, and we'll see y'all in just a few.
End
Bye.
that prediction, Rusty.
How do I end a prediction?
/prediction.
Show me after.
I can't end it.
Boop. We're back. What's
Dick
up,
and
everybody? Dick and balls, baby. Let's go. How is
Dick and
everybody?
balls.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you for the biddies, 20 sides, and no worries on the shout out. Y'all haven't? You're enjoying the D&D content? Go check out 20 sides every story. They've been a wonderful friend of the stream. They're new on their chat here, but Rimlock, I believe it is a very valued member of the community. So go show them loves. In the meantime, we have just finished decimating what appeared to be a family of cyclopses. We're gonna go with that.
Not just the men, but the women and children
Cycli,
too.
yeah.
Music was cool. You were jamming. I'm sorry, we got to turn off the combat soundtrack now, though.
Cyclopsy.
Cyclopses. I think cyclopses is a good word for it. I'm gonna stick with that.
Cyclopuses.
Cyclopses. It's like how the
Let's
plural
just,
of goose
let's
is
just say
gooses.
what it is, okay? Instead of trying to like figure out what word it should be,
Bad guy.
let's just say we murdered a family.
You did. You absolutely did.
Let's call it what it is.
Of monsters.
What's up, little dude? How you doing?
Cyclopside.
Come here. Want some attentions?
Nah, it wasn't racially motivated. It was just normal first-degree murder.
It was almost like it was just happened by circumstance too. There you got cat.
I would claim manslaughter, really.
Almost. It would not quite. You definitely slaughtered some
No,
cyclops.
self-defense.
Cyclope slaughter is the thing. Chowder. What's up, Aves? Perfect timing. Or have you been lurking and just said something because of the cat? Because
He's like,
I would
Cyclopses are
understand.
being murdered. Let me get up in here.
Yeah, he's enjoying it. Anyway, buddy, are you good? You just come into my room and say hello? Yeah.
Chowder.
It's chowder. Okay,
Bowl of clam chowder.
Yeah, I have chowder. Chris has Stewart. Chowder and stew. We realized that today. We got chowder and stew. Need more food themed caps. Creeping. Straight up. I love it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the creeping. Just here for the cats. I get it.
I got
Oh,
two
yeah.
cats that are called Marco and Polo.
That's good. I like that one.
Nice.
That's cute.
They're
Um,
siblings. They came from the same litter.
I just super glued that.
Marco's a dumb shit.
Chowder's a little asshole, and it just broke the collectible. I just
Again?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I can't allow my cat to roam free. That's why you never see him. Whenever the computer stuff is out, he gets locked away.
Sorry, buddy.
Stuart is in a bag next to me. Oh,
It's
he's
not-
out of the bag. The cat's out of the bag.
Ah.
It's head of the bag.
It's not even a collectible. It's a Chimera Mini from the Theros set. Now it's broken. Fine. He's just gonna chill outside for a little bit till he stops breaking my things.
Chowder.
It was glued well enough. This is the second time I've glued it today. Third time he broke it in a day. He tried to eat Boba Fett again too. Anyway, back to the D&D game. Oh.
Marco Polo. Oh, she didn't like being held like this.
Polo
it.
said no.
Aw,
I like that. That's sweet.
what a sweetie.
That's sweet. I did try, Aves. Thank you for that.
He's
This
hugging
is-
you.
This is insane. We did not lose anyone in the fight, so the predictions is down. We finished that. Everyone should have their points, luckily. I can get rid of that now. So, we left off. The party had just decimated a small family of cyclopes, and are now just sitting on a field of victory, enjoying their hard work
And blood.
completed for the day, and blood. What would you all like to do? The bodies of the cyclopes, whatever, lay slain all about you. Okay, so you're gonna roll to loot. Go ahead and make any investigation checks on whoever you want to. You can just do an overall one, or everyone can make their own. It's up to you. I'm a flash of geniuses.
I'm gonna just climb down the cliffs.
Roll me just a quick dexterity save, just for the sake of it. Thank you for the hydrate.
Can I roll an athletics check instead?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And this is right post fight, right?
Yeah, it's like right after.
Sweet.
The sun is just going down over the
26.
western horizon. It's a beautiful night. It's just kind of started getting dark. The map is supposed to be like an evening time setting. I need to put like a little more darkness in there. Anyway, so Gregory with that investigation. On the Cyclops, you don't find a whole lot. You find a few trinkets. On the kids, mostly just their weapons. You find the great clubs and some leather harnesses and loincloths on their persons. Beyond that, looking around now, having time to take a closer glance, I'll say eventually everyone makes their way down. It was after a while. You do see signs of a scuffle here that might have happened previously. Blood in spots that is not your blood type deal, and you gather they may have recently been disturbed, which perhaps led to their increased hostility. Based on probably what you've read, you know, Cyclops don't just generally run out of their homes and attack whatever happens to be nearby. They do tend to get very angry, but they're also quite stupid. Either way, looking around, there's definite signs of struggle. You don't find any real loot on the Cyclops beyond some like just random kind of trinkets, nothing fancy. Some small wooden things on the kids, and their weapons that they carried on their persons. You do. You have so many cats. It's insane. It's like insane how many cats you have.
As
The
I drop
shout-outs are
haste, I
broken,
just
so
like start gasping for air, like fall to a knee for a sec.
Are you okay?
Get back up. Yep, just the little side effect of that last spell I cast.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You feel the haste wear off and the lethargy kind of hit your system, and you're just so for about 6 seconds there, you just kind of zone out for a minute. Looking around,
Get
you
back
do
up,
see.
start doing some jumping jacks.
Yeah, like I
Blood
said,
flowing
you see signs of a scuffle, and you do notice the entrance to the cave. Like I said before in the last session, goes down about 40, 50 feet before it turns down to a slope. Beyond that, you don't find much out here. Definitely looks like there was fighting here at some point, but whatever it was, either scared off the cyclopses into their homes or were killed by them. You don't know. What do you want to do?
Do we go inside? They're all gone, right?
Well, I want to look around and see if we see where any like clues to where this blood, like the people that owned this blood went, if they were killed or whatnot.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna cast Enhanceability on Mr. Maker for intelligence.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sick.
Baba Booey. I come over and I do like a little like massage.
How do
on
you
your
cast?
shoulders
I
and
want to
you
start
feel-
getting... Yeah. there you go.
Yeah, so for this one, yeah, he comes over and he just like starts massaging your shoulders a little bit. There's a little glow from his hands, and you feel more relaxed and smarter for some reason. It's really weird.
So you see Mr. Maker's glasses just kind of like clear over and like zoom in as he like
Nice.
full Sherlock Holmes looks around.
Okay.
So for an hour, you have advantage on all intelligence-based checks.
Go ahead, roll again.
Sick.
25 is going to be plenty. Natural 20. Oh, you rolled just a straight intelligence, not investigation for that.
Oh, shit, that's
so
my
you
bad.
get to add +9. So
That's
it's
fine.
actually a 29 total, not a
Yep.
25. Very impressive, my friend. So looking around, you see that while there was signs of a scuffle, it looks like a large force at some point left. Actually, looking around, it looks like there's been a large amount of activity both ways. Several sets of footprints going to and from this location, and fairly recent with... and I guess there was a lot of, like, there was a hurricane lately, so I'm gonna say at least that they've been here a while. They've been weathered by the hurricane. What few steps you can still find have been heavily eroded by this point. But you definitely notice, like, a large-ish force, maybe 6 to 10 people or so came through this way sometime within the last few months.
Did it look like they left?
Looks
did
like
they
it
get
looks like
past?
Yeah, I would say it looks like maybe there's 3 trails of where it looks like bodies were dragged into this cavern. It looks like they might have lost three dudes or so, possibly more if more were carried. But you can guarantee at least 3 bodies were dragged in here, but there are footprints that leave. So, from what you can gather, there's definitely a group that made it past this location at one point in time.
Cool.
Massage of concentration. I hate that. There's nothing worse than someone randomly coming over and just rubbing your shoulders. It's the most uncomfortable feeling ever. It's worse.
Unless they're attractive.
Sure. No, even then, you ask first.
Can do it,
disagree.
senpai.
You just gave me shivers. I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anyway, so looking around, that's about all you find. With the natural 20, you can tell about 3, maybe more, if they carried some bodies as well, were dragged into the cavern. And the remaining force, probably about 6 or 7 people, did make it past and continued along.
I think we should go have a look inside.
Yeah.
Because I want to loot those bodies too if they haven't all been eaten.
Or, maybe help them if they're still alive.
Mantuka, shall you and I take the lead?
Oh, okay.
But of course,
Okay.
Mantuka for the win.
You gather, based on the silence, you have probably mostly killed the entire family at this point. Yeah. So, you make your way into the cavern. I'm going to switch up the map.
Ew.
Is there an encounter, or did I just make this map in case it moved into the cave? You'll never know, or you will when there's no encounter. So you guys come in the entrance over here, which stream can't really see right now. Whoop. This map's a little smaller, so I can't actually get it on the whole stream, so you guys are going to have to deal for now. But yeah. Okay, that's on stream. We're good. You guys make your way in, and as I said, it kind of begins to curve down. You walk down about 40 feet before we get to this point in the map. So keep in mind there's about 40 feet of tunnel leading out behind you in kind of a fairly steady incline. Nothing too steep. And as you kind of come around this corner here, you see what there's supposed to be a fence here, but I didn't have any fucking fence. So you see a mostly fenced in area that it looks like the cyclopes are just big enough to walk over the fence. And inside the fence, you see a series of what appear to be kind of fairly large like mountain sheep that have been herded in here and are just kind of sitting about eating the hay, occasionally glancing up as you begin to walk in. They like catch your attention and glance up at you.
Yeah, but we need the golden lion fleece.
Oh, cute. I go over to the sheep immediately.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Joke.
That's a good one. It's a good Hercules
I also
joke.
come
And
with
actually,
over
like,
to the sheep.
I played
Thank
Rise
you,
of the
like,
Argonauts on stream too, and literally they go get the gold fleece. So yeah, you guys literally like the goat looks up at you and
Hey,
kind of
buddy.
just chewing some hay. 25, you kind of approach and reach your hand out.
Hi.
Does he
Pet
bite? Does he bite me?
And you kind of just pet him. And Stanislav, seeing how well Gregory does, you're like, oh, I got this. This is fine. You walk over and almost a little too aggressively, like as is your way. You're a big guy. You take heavy steps. You're not soft of foot.
I go for like the double face scritchies.
Yeah,
I
you
do
go
on my
and
horse.
it kind of thinks you're gonna strangle it, and it immediately nips at your fingers. So it's gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for sheep attack. I don't have the stat
Plus
block.
what?
I'm looking up 50 mountain goat. Is there a class? There's a goat. There's a medium beast. Yeah, I'm gonna say these are like big. These are big, and it only has a ram attack, so fuck that. I'm gonna say it gets a +1, so 14 does not hit you. Unfortunately, I turns out at you. You kind of pull your hands away as it just kind of picks up some more hay. And just
Well,
goes about its business.
Still has some fight in them.
So we're killing these things, right?
Yeah, there's probably, I'd say, about 8 or 9 sheep kind of crammed in the space. It looks like it goes quite far back as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going in.
Okay. They let Gregory pass. As Gregory walks in, they kind of begin to part, and they start sniffing at him curiously. Stanislav, you have a bit of trouble. Some start kind of jostling you a little bit. I'm gonna say roll me one more animal handling as you kind of try to force your way through awkwardly.
Oh,
Okay,
15, that's better.
They're starting to get used to you at this point, and you kind of soften up your steps a little. There's one of the goats in your way. You just put your hand on its like horn and kind of just slowly shift it out, and you make your way in.
To get past, do I need to roll animal?
Yeah,
handling?
go ahead if you're trying to. At this point, they're fairly docile.
Roll
so
for sheep.
A 12 is good enough at that point. Just barely,
Yeah.
by the way.
Mr.
DC is
Maker
12.
does not like these things.
Okay. Okay. How bad
Just
is
wanted
your
to
how
know.
bad is your dislike of these things? Are you
It's just
afraid of
like-
them, or is it like a
No,
mild
I'm
distaste?
disgusted by them.
Okay, so it's going to be a disadvantage if it was like a deep-seated fear phobia thing. But if you're just
No,
mildly
it's just
disgusted,
I'm
you're
like,
fine.
ew.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
I'm just,
dirty. There's, like,
trying not
flies.
to touch them.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
flies buzzing around in here. Mantuka,
full
what about
jungle.
you? What's Mantuka gonna do? A literal bull in a china shop right now?
Mantuka does not concede to these fucking helium-filled fluff magnets.
The mountain goats
I
with
don't
the large
give
horns.
two shits. I am not. I'm actively like slashing them fucking away. Like fuck
Just
these
smacking them,
goats.
or you hit
Yep.
them with a weapon? Okay.
Oh yeah, non-lethal slashing.
Okay.
Fuck goats.
As you you just walk up to
They're
the first
bitten.
one, and it's in your way. It kind of looks up at you, and
Yeah.
you just smack it out of your way. Go
I get more emotional damage the more legs I collect from
Okay.
goats.
I mean, you
Hugging the
did.
one
You
that I was
physically
looking at.
you
There
physically
we go,
said you're
sir.
slapping the goat. So go ahead,
There we
make me an
go. Oh,
unarmed
yes,
attack. Make me an
aggressively.
unarmed attack roll.
No,
No,
I'm
he's using his
moving them
weapon.
with my halberd. Like I'm like, get the fuck out, goats. Like I am actively slashing the fuck out of these.
You're
Little
murdering the
fucking- there we
goats.
Go, big guy.
Okay, roll me a weapon
I'm
attack.
allowing them to live a better life.
How do you-
Some would say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you non-lethally hit something with a halberd? Like, explain to me how you're doing that.
No, Mantuka does it non-lethally. Like I'm like, fuck you, goats. I will
Okay.
sever you.
We're murdering the goats. Go ahead, make me an attack roll.
They're murdering themselves.
No, you're murdering the goats. Make me an attack roll.
Okay.
I'm on
alright,
board with this.
fine.
I'll help you.
He's
kill these fucking
he's
guys.
making dinner.
Yeah, so The group of you begin to pass through, doing okay. Mr. Maker, you're disgusted by these creatures. That's enough to hit. It has an armor class of 10. All you hear behind you is the sound of a halberd just swinging through the air as something is just 16 damage. It has 4 hit points. It has 4 Mantuka. It has 4 hit points. There's like 8 goats here. Are you?
I'll slaughter them
Okay,
all.
okay. Hold up.
Fuck goats.
You just you hear
hugging
the
for
sound.
them.
Yeah, you hear the sound of a goat being massacred behind you, Mr. Maker, and you turn and see Mantuka slaughtering them. Gregory, you hug a goat as you see this happening. Stanislav, how do you react? I don't want to slaughter the goats.
I just kind of turn back and watch this in amusement, and then slight concern as I see Gregory holding one.
Roll
I'm
me
just
another
yelling,
animal
I'm
handling.
helping.
Roll
I'm
me
You
just
another-
gonna
already
yell.
lost once.
Yeah,
I'm just
roll-
gonna yell, Mantuka, leave the one he's holding.
Roll me another animal handling check, as now it's scared and you're actively grabbing onto it and trying to contain it. Mantuka, I'm gonna say make me one more attack roll just for the group. Mr.
DM,
Maker,
for
you can
I
join
would
in.
love to make at least
You
I
can-
would
one
like
attack.
to.
You can join in as well. Okay, you're good.
You see Mr. Maker pull out a
Oh,
small flask.
not 20. Let's give it up for Mantuka, folks.
No.
Can I also help, or do you?
No,
want
Yeah,
to
no,
go
you
first?
can help. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go
Uh,
ahead. We don't need to
you
roll
see Mr.
damage for
Maker
this. This was like
pull
an
out just a
overall.
little flask,
Okay.
just a little flask out of his back pocket. He pops the cork on it, and he's gonna cast Tasha's caustic brew.
Which is a line of acid, which is a straight line of acid
Mm-hmm.
through the goats towards Mantuka.
No, just veering off. It's
Veering
5
off
foot.
from Mantuka. Okay,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good. You're good. There's enough room in the cave. It's big enough to fit the cyclopes. Cyclopses? Whatever.
That
Yeah.
was supposed to be first level, not.
Is that a dexterity? I don't even like want to roll for the goats, dude.
Yeah, it's a 17.
They rolled an 11. They don't make it as a group. They collectively fail. So I'm gonna say between the two of you, Mantuka with his natural 20s, you don't even need to roll damage, and your acid
They do 4
spewing.
damage each.
Mantuka, as you're cleaving through these creatures, just severing heads, cutting them in half, preparing a nice meal for the evening's rest. Mr. Maker just fucking. How does you manifest your spell?
Okay,
What does it
so
look like?
it's he pulls out a little flask, a little tiny flask, and you can see like little mechanisms around it, like just little whirring gears and shit. And he just presses a little trigger on top. It pops the top like one of those fancy flasks, and you just see a stream of acid just shoot off in a straight line,
Like a
5
jet.
foot wide. It kind of like cones out and then straightens up, seemingly against the laws of physics. And
And he just holds on to it like a fire hose as it kind of
and it's
unleashes
just
this spray.
it's going
Yeah.
through the entire line of these fucking goats.
So as you're cleaving these, making a nice meal, you notice as like at least 3 of them are just dissolved by acid in the process of this fight, and like the bodies are left as the flesh is essentially melting away, no longer edible. So out of that, I'm gonna say out of the 8 that were alive, you've cooked 3 with acid, and the other 5 were soundly massacred by Mantuka.
What
Wait,
about the
no,
one that was
I
arguing?
lied. Gregory
You said there
has
were
one.
9.
I've said like 3 numbers since the goats came into
Go
the
with,
story.
go with 9, then your math would make sense if he
Yeah,
has one
there you go.
alive.
I was gonna say 1 survived, but we have 9 goats now. I said 7, then 8,
Nine,
then
nine,
9.
nine,
It's
nine,
changed
nine.
a lot. It's changed a lot.
I thought there were
9.
10, so
You thought there were what?
10.
1, 2,
so-
3,
See, that's what I'm saying.
7,
That's what I'm
8,
saying.
9,
It's
10, 11, 12.
Boofa guy gave Mr. Mantuka now has advantage on his next roll.
Damn
Go ahead.
right. When you're this awesome, like, I'll call you Mister.
Okay.
Yeah, Daddy.
That's
Uh,
Sir Mr. Mantuka to
Yeah,
you.
so you slaughter your way through the goats, except for the single one that Gregory's holding, and it actually allows you to hold it. It doesn't
Liberate my way through. Thank
does
you.
not run,
Liberate
and
my
you
way
now
through.
have a decent serving of goat to eat for the evening's meal. And Gregory, you have now wrangled yourself a small goat companion
Praise Mantuka for the button.
who is not actively fleeing from you at this time, as his family is also slaughtered.
Okay, so first of all, you said these were pretty chunky goats, right? Pretty big boys.
Yeah, pretty husky mountain goats. Pretty
And
big.
I,
Big
what
enough
if-
that
I don't wanna-
cyclopes were raising them.
right, they're big boys.
fairly
So I
big,
would, I don't want to try it yet, but looking up and down, could I ride this goat?
100% could ride this goat. And I'm
fucking
not.
tap.
There's no roll. You just tell me we're gonna animal handling. And there's an animal handling roll, but yeah, no, you can 100% with your
Well, we got a one
superior
and dine
intellect.
this
You can be
creature
like,
first.
I can
Mhm.
ride that.
Got it.
I can ride that.
First and foremost, I reach into the box, thinking maybe a little creature's gonna pop out of it, y'all, and y'all just see a piece of paper. And I'm gonna use the spell scroll I bought in episode like 14.
Oh fuck! Which one is that? This is so old. Beast Bond. Oh my god! I forgot you had that.
I'm gonna cast Beast Bond with him, and as long as he's got an intelligence of less than 4, it should work.
It does. It has an intelligence of 2.
Hey, stupid big boy!
Okay. Establish telepathic link with one beast you touch that is friendly or charmed by you. Spell fails if it's 4 or higher. Until the spell ends, the link is active and you and the beast are within line of sight of each other. The link can comprehend telepathic messages, telepathically communicate simple emotions and concepts back to you. While the link is active, the base gains advantage on attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet. Okay, so you immediately feel your mind open up to this goat. You feel this creature's emotions and feelings and thoughts begin to merge with yours. And the very first thought you feel is fear. You feel the simple emotion you feel is fear as his family is slaughtered. Confusion. Hunger. The hay looking real good right now. That's basically what you get.
I grab some of the hay just immediately. I after I've slammed down the piece of paper on the ground, it's got a little flare, and I just look up at him and I start feeling these. I grab some of the hay, give it to him. I try my best to think to him, and I think, "You've been chosen, little one." Looking around like I'm scared too. I'm just trying to hide it. But guess what? You just been co-opted by one of the most terrifying but amazing group of people. Congratulations. I think.
Confusion, fear.
Like not hearing any of this, right?
No.
Yeah, you're hearing Gregory. I think it. Yep, understand telepathic. So you just see Gregory sitting like an inch from this goat,
pointing at him.
You see, Mr. Maker. Now that you've released the goat, I zero in on him. Mr. Maker zeroes in on the goat.
Yeah.
He pulls out one of his blades and like takes a step forward towards it.
Fear.
I just
fear.
I like hear that because I'm just staring at him and I feel that in his head. I look around and I just go, "Mr. Maker, wait, no! I have an idea for this."
But we're killing these filthy fucks.
Poo.
Oh, no. Look at the size of this thing.
Little poo.
Liberating.
It poos. Just has a little poo.
Look at that thing. Look at it.
I will trade it. It'll be fine.
Animal shit,
Put it in
Mr.
a
Maker.
diaper.
That'll be cool. Well, not cool. Funny? I will figure it out, but I just want the idea of riding a bed as a horse. Look at its fur.
I got my eyes on that thing, and you see like the glasses zoom in. You see my eyes get a little bit bigger.
Every time it looks at Mr. Maker, you just get fear. When it looks at you, it gets like calmer, and you can feel it relaxing a little. And like if friend was an emotion, like it is bonded to you more or less at this point. Fear. Fear.
I just kind of like take I just start petting its head and sort of leading it towards the entrance, and I'm like, I'm gonna try and find I'm gonna use those harnesses out there. I'm gonna try and make a little saddle thing. I don't know. Come on, buddy. Come on with me.
So as the lot of you kind of look around as this is all happening, you find yourselves in what appears to be a fairly large cavern, thin but like tall enough for cyclopes to stand in it fairly comfortably and have their own little herd, which you gather they kind of take out on the path, which is why the path appeared so heavily used on the way up. You see what appears to be one large, I say bed. It's essentially a pile of hay with some scraps of cloth on it. What appears to be like flags, washed up ship parts, like an old sail that's been kind of torn up and made into a bed. Moving down, you see what appears to be a number of crates that looks like they were probably taken from supply caravans in the area. There are about 2 piles of those. There's a pile of refuse kind of in the corner by Mr. Maker there. It's pretty gross smelling. If anyone, Mr. Maker, based on where you're standing now, actually, if you get any closer, you begin to feel the smell getting into your nostrils pretty good, and it takes con save to get any closer to that. But yeah, it definitely looks like a pile of shit in the corner. Moving further into the cavern, you see
Pick
what.
up a rock.
Yep.
And that same fresh smell from before that I'd put on the
Oh,
card.
Yep. The Febreze lavender fields.
Yeah, I just tossed the little Febreze rock over into the pile of shit.
Yeah, so using your
shit.
Artificer Infusion magic, as you have on several occasions used to scam unsuspecting people, flick it over, and roll me just a straight Arcana check. Just for me.
So many good
is that
creations.
intelligence?
That'll always be my most favorite.
Arcana is intelligence
Intelligence.
based,
So
so
at advantage.
at advantage. 17 will do it.
I'm gonna
So-
roll it at advantage anyways, baby.
You're getting-
Urinal puck.
You're getting really
22.
good with this, with this little particular infusion as you've run this con a few times, and you've managed to get it powerful enough now that it's mostly enough to cover up any smell. Not only does it cover up the beginning of the smell from the pile of refuse and filth in the corner, but the general smell of cyclopes is beginning to fade. And you are all greeted by the pleasant aroma of what is it today? What are we going? Is there a specific smell? What are we going with? What's the scent? What's
It's
the
mostly
flavor?
lavender, but
Okay.
it has a little bit of pine in there too.
Lavender fields and pine. There you go. It's a very nice scent. As you progress further in, you do see the supply crates. What appears to be 2 small beds made out of hay and slightly better looking cloth and other remnants of stuff that they may have found, giving the better stuff to their children. And what appears to be a small cavern that looks barely wide enough for the smaller of the children to fit into. And as you kind of look further down, you see a small bit of light that appears to be where they exited to come and attack you from above. Yeah. If anyone wants to look around, you can
Come
make
on, Mr. Maker,
investigation
let's
checks.
look.
You do see a
Looking
pile
crates
of
and stuff.
bodies kind of out by that particular source of light a little further away.
Roll with advantage, Mr. Maker.
I am rolling it again, baby, and it was a 17.
Oh, hey, Queen, what's up? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. 17.
9.
9. Okay, so not the greatest. How many flashes of genius do you have left at this point?
I'm not running the Flash of Genius. It's just a 17 because I rolled at advantage.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So, on those bodies, you find... so Stanislav, you're basically helping at this point. You're kind of like pointing over his shoulder and almost distracting Mr. Maker from his task as he's doing this. But you do find... where's my
I think a
list?
17 is pretty good.
It is, but it's not as good as it could have been. So
Oh, sure.
Stanislav is distracting you. Always say yes. You find on the pile of bodies. First off, some of the armor looks vaguely familiar to you, Stanislav. Just off first recollection, it looks vaguely reminiscent of some of the armors worn by the group
The
that
Ushers?
the group that almost killed you.
Oh.
The Imperium scouts who are here under disguise. Some of them are wearing very
A cast.
similar armor types.
Would I
Detect magic.
recognize it?
Yeah, you fought them too. Anyone who, it's not the assassin that nearly fucking wiped your team, but it looks more like the people who were serving under the general that you guys captured and later beheaded. So, so for magic, you do find a couple of things.
Your enhanceability drops, Mr. Maker.
Unfortunately. Mr. Maker, you do find the stockpile of what appears to be weapons, some gear. Just in terms of gears, you find, combined between the lot of them, about 200 gold pieces.
Sweet.
Exactly 200 gold pieces for specifics. 25 silver pieces. On one individual, you find 2 diamonds worth approximately 150 gold apiece.
Nice.
I know somebody who could use those.
You find what appears to be a strange medallion on one of them who looks to be wearing similar armor to the people you had fought, but it was looks like a caster-based thing, less heavy on the combat. It's very simple.
Is it magical?
Oh yeah, immediately begins to give you a little dingy ding. I'll finish going through that. One of them seems to be carrying a whip, also a familiar whip. To those of you who have fought the Imperium slave hunters, you recognize its design very well.
Stanislav shivers.
Yeah, that affects Stanislav very specifically.
Danny, no!
Then in the pile as well, on one of the bodies, you find what appears to be a very well-made longsword of a kind of darker steel. Looks like a little bit forge-worn, has kind of like a dark polished steel to it. The edge is razor sharp and like a nice kind of silver on it, though. Also giving you a magic. So is the whip. You have 3 magic.
Can I do
items.
a general
Yes, so
Arcana
I'll-
check to see if
I'll
I
gather those 3 magic items. And
It
kinda-
takes the identify spell
to
to
everybody.
determine exactly what they are, unfortunately.
but
Arcana
I
would
mean, like,
basically just tell you that they are
What is-
magical.
What is the school
Trying
of
it
magic
out
coming
and
from
check
each of them?
One second. So the medallion. That is giving off, I believe that is illusion? Divination. It was giving off a school of divination. Sense.
I have a feeling I know what that one is.
School of magic, if any. Okay, beyond that, the whip. I don't know if +1 weapons have a specific school of magic.
Isn't it? Yeah, I think it's.
I don't think it is. I think it's just a magic. Because the spell specifies learns its school of magic, if any, and I feel like a basic enchantment is... well, I guess it would just be enchantment. So you immediately detect that both the sword and the whip have the school of enchantment. I'm going to go with that.
Are either of them stronger than my battle axe? Or are they the same, more or less?
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're able to determine the power with that spell.
Okay.
So you do determine that they are enchanted.
Cool.
What that may mean is beyond you. The sword is definitely magical, and it is a beautiful longsword. Very finely crafted. The medallion, also very interesting. But you do find the 3 magical items on the bodies, and you note that they are rather strange looking. And the fact that they are wearing armor that is familiar to you is puzzling and perhaps a bit alarming at the same time. Is there anything anyone else would
None
like
of
to
the
do?
armor is magical, right?
No, does not appear to be. There is a few other gems, I think. Oh wait, I lied. There is also a spell scroll on one of them. You guys rolled high enough for that. I'm sorry. And there appears to be a strange potion that you're not sure what it is. The spell
These are neat.
scroll-
I think
Yeah, that would have been
Probably-
how Scorpio finds that as well. The spell scroll appears to be like just a basic cantrip. Nothing
Cool.
too fancy on that. I think illusion. I could be wrong. And then the potion is... Potion is kind of a brownish silver color with layers of kind of gray bands resembling bands of stone kind of making their way through it. I literally hear Chowder scratching at my door.
maybe we'll have to ask the potion guy that we met what that one is when we get back. This whip though, I think maybe Gregory, you could use that. It's kind of neat.
Is that everything that's in the cave?
Yeah, mostly.
We explored the whole cave.
Apart from that, like it's the beds. There's some basic trade goods that like looks like they may have stolen from trade caravans, like food and supplies, which have begun to rot and go bad. It's definitely looking like they weren't surviving in the best of conditions, but they're cyclops or cyclopes. Cyclopses. They can handle it. But it does appear that this was like a small family dwelling. And if anyone wants, you can roll me a history check to see if they know anything about Cyclops specifically. But yeah, that's about all you find with the bodies. Yeah.
Baby Gregory, if you want me to whip you with a cyclop whips to make you feel
15.
good, I will.
Yeah.
I hear him say that from outside, and I just shudder.
Yeah, I would too. That's a rough one. So as you kind of sit there with your goat, you hear Mantuka's voice echoing out of the cavern. And you just a shiver goes up your spine. So 15 on the history. You would know.
I'm helping.
You know that Cyclops is, while aggressive in defending their territory, don't generally just go out of their way to outright attack people unless necessary. You know that they also tend to band in small family groups and reside within a reasonable distance of the other family groups. Yeah, and it looks like this one was just kind of raising. They're known to raise herds of different animals based on where they're living, and it seems like these ones had a small herd of their own going, and just so happened to deal with looking at the bodies too. In terms of your investigation check earlier, those are fairly fresh, or I say fresh, not really fresh, within the last month. They're just kind of been rotting back here. You can't put an exact date on it. So it looks like perhaps they just made their home here and you guys had disturbed the entrance. And that, plus the heightened tension from the previous encounters they had, perhaps caused them to react a little more aggressively towards you. That is your understanding of the situation.
So we're hunkering down here.
Do you guys mind if I maybe see if I can figure out what this necklace is?
Sure.
I might have an idea.
Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
put
hand
it
it
on
over.
now. I'm gonna attempt to attune to whatever this is.
You die immediately. It is cursed. 1 second.
Good. It's not the first time that would have happened.
So
I had this sword once that yeah, it didn't end up being such a nice sword.
yeah, you sit down. Are you attuning to just the medallion as well?
I kind of want to see what the sword is too.
Okay.
So I guess that's the only other really magical one.
Which one do you do first? Takes about 30
the-
minutes to an hour to attune to something.
Yeah, the medallion.
Okay. So as you attune to the medallion, we're going to say this is where everyone gets in their long rest. So we're going to probably be calling it a night here, but we'll end with these items. You guys got to murder some stuff. That was fun. So as you sit there,
My gold.
that's up to you guys. You guys split it. It was 200, so
asking.
50 apiece.
I
Yeah.
was asking the other guys. Right, is everybody down to just get 50 piece?
Hell
Great.
yeah.
Gold.
Can we split it between the three of you guys, and can I possibly use those diamonds for one of the new spells I can cast?
I need at least one of the diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Is that all right?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm fine if you take the other one.
Let's just sell the other one in that case.
Why don't you need one?
I already have one technically.
Needs to be of a specific value.
Yeah.
So
He pulls out one that's about twice as big as.
yeah,
Jesus
it looks like
Christ.
about the
You see
size of both of
the
them.
zoom in a little bit.
So
Yep.
you spend about an hour
That's fine.
sitting there as Mantuka, Gregory, and Mr. Maker all go about their own business, doing whatever it is. I'm gonna say Gregory probably bonding with your sheep. Mantuka is
Making harnesses out of the leather stuff on the
Oof.
people.
Okay, fun. Go ahead for that, and you're gonna need to roll me a. Let's just go with a dexterity check because you're not proficient in leatherworking tools, as far as I know.
Nope, definitely not.
Danny, over that time, you attune to the necklace first, and you realize, or come to the realization, that it is a medallion that seems to, as you attune to it, kind of enhance your own mind in a sense, and grants you. I'm going to tell you outright, it's the Medallion of Thoughts. So it has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can expend 1 and cast the Detect Thoughts spell, DC save 13. That gains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. So as you kind of attune to it, you kind of look around and just begin to hear like the whispers of your comrades' thoughts. Not enough that you can focus on them or anything, but that's what gives you the hint of what this does. You just focus on it just enough, and you kind of come to an understanding. Mantuka, you guys, did you say you're butchering the meat?
No, I'm beating baby Gregory with the whip.
Oh, okay. Roll me an attack if you want to, or is it a light tapping?
Oh, it's a light BDSM just to get him acclimatized to
Okay.
what it feels like to get whacked by the
You-
whip of love.
Okay. Roll me an attack. Roll at advantage for gentleness because we're trying to be gentle, and it's using your dexterity modifier. I believe. I guess you can still use strength.
I don't actually have a whip attack.
Just
It's-
roll. It's your dexterity, and
It's a simple advantage or a simple weapon. It's just Dex plus proficiency.
Okay.
With that whip there, buddy.
Just- you see Mantuka come out just twirling the whip at you. I don't know why he's doing this. I have no idea.
Fancy, whip
you're-
whip.
Minotaur
How
logic.
did
At
he
begin-
get the whip? Who gave him the whip?
I just took it. It's plus 2.
Yeah,
hold on.
I gave it to
That was in
Gregory.
character. That was in
I gave it to
character.
Gregory. How did this
Shit.
happen?
That's
Where-
working.
how
Hold
did
on.
you get that?
I was
have a
outside, and then he said he would bring it to me.
It's a natural 20.
A
Okay.
nat 20.
This seems like it's on you.
So you come in with the whip and just whoosh. You don't
Industrial love from
you,
Mantuka.
you don't hit him hard enough to do damage, but
I'm helping.
you manage to just gracefully
ass cheek.
enough just graze the corner of his ass cheek and give him like the towel whip effect. Just let them know you're there and give them a light tapping. That's
That
the
is
weirdest
discipline.
thing I've ever done on stream.
I just instinctively, like a parent, jump onto my goat to block him, who I
Yeah.
have now named Eyes on You.
I like it. I like it.
All one word, Eyes on You.
Eyes on you.
And I just jump on, don't you hurt him!
And the whip just grazes your cheeks. With the 22 dexterity, over the course of the next 2 or 3 hours, you manage to assemble these what appears to be a small leather harness. You get some help from Mr. Maker for a few nails and trinkets along the way. With a natural 20, no sweat. You assemble what appears... It's not quite a saddle. You don't have a saddle for it. We have like foot stirrups that you can kind of mount on and stand. And you kind of figure out a way to affix a blanket to it, so your tushy is not going to be riding right on goat. It's not the most comfortable thing right off the bat, but with the materials you have, that is as good as it is going to get. Well done.
I love it, and I love him. This is my new favorite thing in the world. I'm a
Okay.
parent now.
Fair.
See Mr. Maker look on with disdain. Just
Yeah.
like a quick glance.
Yeah.
I'll do the
like-
sword next too.
Okay.
See if it
Um,
is attunable.
So you spend the next hour with the sword. Mr. Maker, go ahead.
I want to be attempting to suss out using my cool little alchemy supplies proficiency to figure out what goes into a potion of growth, seeing that I have one.
You're trying to reverse engineer a potion of growth. Okay,
Mhm.
so roll me an alchemy check using your intelligence modifier and adding your proficiency to it. just roll
Alchemy
it.
check?
Yeah. Alchemist tools check, technically.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, so it would just be your intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Because as a fucking artificer, you're proficient in pretty much every goddamn tool on the planet.
That's what I'd be doing.
Hell yeah.
Is that
Intelligence plus 5. Okay, plus your proficiency,
plus
which is
5,
4.
plus 4?
So 27. Okay, I have to reward that somehow. It's gonna take you all night. Like, it's gonna take you a while. You have
Fine
to...
with me.
And it depends. Are you okay with losing the potion? That's the thing, because you can. There's 2 options here. If you push and just like accept that you're going to use up the entire potion in your testing process, you'll be able to do one thing. If you don't, you'll be able to do another. How much of the potion are you willing to use to test? You rolled very high, so I'm giving you a choice.
I would like to maintain as much of it as possible.
Okay, so what I was gonna
or at least
say.
to use.
All right, if you use the entire thing, you would have discovered exactly how to make the potion. But let me.
That's fair.
As you decide to save a little bit, and like you take just enough to learn the ingredients, but not enough to begin making your own batch or really begin finessing it. You learn the basic layout of the recipe and what you're going to need to make it. It's probably going to take you a little practice to get it right,
Okay.
as with anything.
Well, having gotten to that point where I didn't use the whole thing.
Yeah.
Could I use the rest to get like the specific?
For another check, if you're willing to
Yeah.
use the entire thing, make me one more intelligence check.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus 4, so 24.
24, also enough. Yeah, so you use the entire contents of the potion to do this and kind of begin reverse engineering it. But by doing so, you manage to ascertain the ingredients in it, which I'm not going to list off because I don't know them. But you know the ingredients in it now. You literally have every
Big
ingredient
juice,
down to the amount
large
of time.
sauce.
Yeah, the entire
Large sauce.
instructions, you basically surmise how long it was cooked for, how long it was put on a cauldron and like boiled over a flame, the whole 9 yards. I would say for the cost of what it would cost to produce it in terms of the alchemy table, there's an actual like rule set for how to make potions and stuff. You can now effectively make yourself a potion of, was it growth?
Potion of growth.
Potion of growth. It's going to take some money to make, similar to when you're enchanting stuff, but you are now capable of making that potion.
Large pant or small pant.
There is a diminution potion.
I
Which
can-
Large bottom text.
Yep.
Well, it's it casts enlarge or reduce.
Yeah, but the growth one casts the enlarge
Specifically
effect.
enlarge.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I would say with the rolls and based on the fact that you were willing to use the entire potion to reverse engineer it, I would also give you the diminution one. So at a probably reduced gold cost, you'd be able to make those using your knowledge at this point. We might have to roleplay harvesting some ingredients, but that is
I have a great plan.
okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Stanislav, over the course of this time, you sit with the sword in your lap, admiring it for a while, looking down on the steel, which is it's slightly engraved with runes on it. You're not sure what they say. You look at it, you spend the time, and as you kind of close your hand over the pommel for the last time, you feel the sword bond to you as you are attuned to it. So you are now attuned to the Sword of Vengeance.
Ooh.
That sounds
What
awful.
does this one do?
You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magical weapon. Curse. This sword is cursed and possessed by a vengeful spirit. Becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with the sword, keeping it on your person at all times. While attuned to this weapon, you have a disadvantage on attack rolls made with weapons other than this one. In addition, while the sword is on your person, you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw whenever you take damage in combat. On a failed save, you must attack the creature that damaged you until you drop to 0 hit points, or it does. Or until you can't reach the creature to make a melee attack against it. And break the curse in the usual ways. Alternatively, casting banishment on the sword does. Yeah, okay, you didn't identify, so I'm gonna leave that out, but you know that anyway. I'm not gonna tell you what it does if you cast banishment on it. But as you sit there and your hand wraps around the hilt of the sword, you close your eyes for a moment and feel it attune, as in the back of your head you just hear a voice very calmly say, "Well, hello." And that's going to be where we wrap up today's session. As you attune to the second cursed item. This is the third cursed item of this campaign that you've encountered. That's why you need identify.
Because none of us can identify, the only way to figure out what it is to attune to it.
Yep, I love it. So as you attune to yet another cursed weapon, I'll send you the card for that. Go ahead, add the Sword of Vengeance to your inventory on D&D Beyond, please. You can also add the medallion of what did I say? Medallion of Thoughts, and then a +1 whip to whoever wants it. Let's find out who's doing some. I'm so happy to find out you are fucking cursed again. I couldn't be more.
Is it a great sword or a long sword?
It is a long sword.
Okay. Cool.
Just put the sword down, dummy.
Yeah, so that's gonna be where we call it. And I think Darling Creepshow's one of the few people we got live right now. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna raid out on Creepshow. She's a good friend of the stream. She's been by quite a bit. Currently doing some miniature painting and watching some old school horror. So, in the meantime, Hell's Court, if you got anything to promote or say, I remembered this time. Go ahead, now's the time. I got you.
I stream. I am going to be streaming tomorrow. Come follow me. Follow me. Do it.
You follow him, do it.
Give me money. Don't do that, but do that.
But do that. And remember, if you want to buy any awesome gaslighting merch, you can go to hellscorp.square.site. Also, we have some apothecary merch available as well. But Hellscorp is better. You should go there. Check them out.
Hellscorp is better.
I'll be live tomorrow morning with a little Jade Empire. Looking forward to getting back into that. We're going to go raid out now. I love you guys. I've been Rusty. These have been my friends. We'll talk to you next week. Peace out. Wait, next week is not Boxing Day. We're good. See you next week. Bye. Tsunami, thank you for that sub, buddy. Sorry I lied. Now we're gonna leave. We're gonna raid out. I appreciate that sub so much, buddy. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. We love y'all. I think I can do one more shout out before this is over. Dark. I'm just gonna. There you go. If y'all haven't already, go show some. Only one shout out can be active at this time. God damn it. If y'all haven't already, go check out Tsunami. We love you guys. Bye.